Welcome to Puro Pinche Sports. I'm your host, Jose Garza, and tonight I am joined by my elite panel, Trigger Trey Parker, Marco Monreal, Alejandro de la Cruz. What's going on, guys?
Chilling, bro.
Not too much, man.
Ready for the Super Bowl.
Good to be
Yeah,
back.
I'm excited for the Super Bowl.
Woo! Come on, man. It's
sad.
Sunday. Last NFL game of the season. Not necessarily last football game of the year, but because we got XFL, USFL. I don't know who's gonna watch USFL, but we're gonna go to some XFL games. So
I'm going April 22nd, baby, sitting in the end zone, row one. Let's get it.
All right, well, let's go right away into it. We should have James joining us later. If he does, we love it. If he doesn't, we're sad and heartbroken. But anywho,
It's true.
it's the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the Kansas City Chiefs. Respectfully, they're conference champions. And now the game is about to happen. Two best teams from each of their conference going into the playoffs have come out of the playoffs and into the Super Bowl and are about to have that big epic showdown. Now, Marco, Trey, y'all weren't able to hop on last week. Obviously, circumstances happen, whatever. Real quick, I'm going to start with you, Marco, because this is your team. They're in the biggest game of the year. Talk to me about the Kansas City Chiefs making the Super Bowl and how you're feeling about them overall.
No, yeah, I mean, it's honestly so exciting when your team, obviously, Jose, you saw it for plenty of years being a Patriots fan. And, you know, it's always exciting to see your team back into the Super Bowl, especially this being the third time in the past 5 years. It's pretty awesome. And that's a shout out to the organization from the front office all the way to Andy Reid and the players we have on our football team. Yeah, super excited for the opportunity to see this team perform and you know, just hoping for the best. I know it's going to be a tough matchup. Obviously, the Eagles, respectively being number one in their conference as well, being rated the probably number one, number two defense, whatever which way you want to play it. As of now, they are the best coming out, and it's going to be an awesome matchup that you know, can go either way. On one side, you have the best quarterback in the league. On the other side, you have the best defense in the league. So, you know, overall, though, it's going to be, I think, a tough battle, a physical battle. And honestly, I think it's going to just come down to a couple of plays that are going to just probably dictate what's actually going to happen by the time the final clock goes down.
Trey, these are the two best teams each team will be facing all year, essentially, right? People will say Philly had the easiest schedule all season long. That road to the Super Bowl was pretty easy when they faced the Giants. They killed the quarterback in the 49ers, so there was really much they can do there. And the Chiefs side of things, they've relatively worked hard to beat everybody. The toughest team I would say they fought was probably the Bengals. Both times, both matchups were very difficult for them. But now this is the biggest challenge, right? This is the best defense that they face. This is going to be possibly the best offense. And so entirely overall as an entire team, this is the toughest team they have faced all year. What do you see in the outcome of this game overall? Like, what are you looking at who to win this matchup?
To be completely serious, like Marco said, it is going to be a testament. One of the greatest quarterbacks in the game right now versus one of the greatest defenses in the game right now. I think, like he said too, I think it is going to come down to, because I hope it overall in general, I just hope it's a good game. I don't want it to be a blowout. I don't want it to be boring. But I think it is going to be such a tight matchup to where one big play is going to change everything. You know, it could go anywhere from an interception to a fumble to just a big run or pass. But I think one big play is going to change momentum, and then that team is going to continue to ride that momentum wave and just keep rolling on it. I have some money on the Chiefs overall. I think the Eagles might pull it off, but I'm actually, because of the Chiefs, the people that they have under them, like you said, Andy Reid, you got Pat Mahomes, you got all the Kels. And yes, I said Kels because it's not Kelsey. You have all these guys, man, that have that experience already. Yeah, they do have some young blood, obviously, but they do have that experience. So I think that is going to tremendously help them. don't get me wrong, the Eagles have a little bit of actually a decent amount, I should say, of the people that have been in or around the playoffs / Super Bowl. But man, it's just the way that the way the Chiefs roll, bro, is nobody thought they were going to do anything this year, and they've killed damn near everybody. So I just overall, like I said, I hope it's going to be a good game in general. That's really all I want. I don't care who wins. I'd rather not the Chiefs, just personal, because obviously it's in my conference. I don't want the same person to win. You know what I mean?
Worst division.
So then we look like a fool. But if they win, that's cool. That just means the AFC has their point to prove. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a good game
For sure, man. Alex, talk to me, man. Tell me about whose injury is gonna hold them back, if at all. Jalen Hurts' the shoulder or Patrick Mahomes' ankle?
Well, I don't think Jalen Hurts kind of the way he's been playing. You could tell his shoulder wasn't really hurting, but Patrick Mahomes, I mean, even though he had a hurt leg, he was still playing like the best quarterback. So I don't think
like
that's
a
going to affect.
dog.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to affect either of them. And then if it does, I mean, if it is hurting them, there are competitors that won't make excuses to why they lost or whatnot. But one key matchups that I'm looking forward to is the Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver crew versus the Eagles secondary. That's going to be a big key matchup. I know Hardman is out for the game. He's on IR. But like I said, the Kansas City has a lot of good receivers as a core. They play really good tight together, and the Eagles secondary is no joke either. So that'll be a good matchup. Now, I think the Kansas City's offensive line and the Eagles defensive line is split even. I think a lot of people don't give a lot of respect to Kansas City's offensive line.
That's what I'm actually excited to see, the trenches, bro.
So
On both sides.
I think that's what I said. Like it's gonna come down to the receiver group versus the secondary, just because I think that the both fronts like pretty much even out. So that'd be pretty exciting to watch.
Yeah. The
All right,
trenches,
so-
bro.
And just real quick to add on to that, Patrick
Go for it.
Mahomes, just real quick. Patrick Mahomes yesterday did say that he's 100% healthy, that he feels great.
That's good.
So, that only maybe gives us a hint that, hey, he might be able to do all the things he's done all season. So, a good thing to know.
Hopefully.
Yeah, man, for sure. That would be the best case scenario. So
Yeah.
that way we see an epic game between these two
That's what I'm
teams.
saying, bro. I hope, man. I'm praying it's just an epic game.
This is gonna be a beautiful matchup. Like I'm hoping we have a reminiscent of the Super Bowl 52 matchup, like the Eagles and the Patriots, that high scoring game.
Back
So
and
I-
forth,
crazy.
back and forth, man.
And it took one defensive play to like change the outcome.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I think
Man.
my only thing that I have to say now, and y'all can kind of, just kind of get y'all's thoughts on it. I think it's critical. One, Eagles, obviously, you're going to have to run the ball, right? If I'm playing devil's advocate right now, if I want to beat the Chiefs, I want to reduce the time of possession that Patrick Mahomes has with the football. If I could do that, if I could keep running the ball and doing what they've been doing all season, that's gonna hurt us, because obviously if Patrick doesn't have the ball enough, it's hard to score points when you don't have the ball that much.
Right.
But one thing on the other side now is what's going to happen if the Chiefs go up 2 scores and the Eagles are playing from behind, which we haven't seen much this season.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't seen Jalen be put in because now you're not really able to run the ball as much. Now you're going to have to rely on Jalen to make big plays, and AJ Brown and Devontae Smith to make plays, right? Which are capable of doing it. But I'm interested to see if the Chiefs do go up early, depending on how things go. What's going to happen? But I think it's going to be critical for one, whoever gets the ball first. Obviously, whoever wins the coin toss, to get an early start is going to be critical. And the Eagles have been great at that all season. First drives, I think they lead the league in scores on the first drive. So I think it's just going to be dictate on time of possession, and depending who's playing from behind is going to be critical.
I mean, that'll be. I mean, you can say that both ways. Honestly, you could also say the
Yeah.
same thing when it goes the opposite side. If the Eagles take a high scoring lead, you shut down McKinnon, you shut down Pacheco kind of quickly. You force them into the passing game versus, which is not something really different than what the Chiefs already do, right? And that's not to say anything. I've seen the Chiefs come back from behind plenty of
That's
times
yeah.
and put up great numbers to compete. As far as the Eagles, I mean, I'm trusting Nick Sirianni. I'm trusting the head coach. I'm trusting what he's been able to do with that team, that fire that he has for them, that trust he's had for them. I mean, really, like the one game they've lost with a full health squad or with Jalen Hurts is the one where they lost against the Commanders, and that was like middle of the season. The other two games they didn't have Jalen Hurts. They did what they could, but they didn't go. So I really think that really just depends. You got to remember too, like, and this is why I think it does matter a lot. Is like Jalen Hurts has been into a national championship game. He's played in the college football playoffs. Like he's been in those tough times. Hell, he was humble last year when he lost badly against the Buccaneers. Like I think he knows like this year, like everyone has doubted him. They doubted him. No one thought that he could lead this team to be division winners, let alone Super Bowl contenders. I think that fight in them, that hunger in him, is what's going to prevail as far as that him not letting them get out of hand, out of reach. If not to say that they'll win, it's just that that's what I think, that he won't let it go that far. Like I could see this ending by a field goal. 2 points.
Yeah, isn't that what they're predicting? It is like.
Oh yeah,
I think the Eagles were up by like a favorites by like 2 points.
Like, it was like 1.5 last I looked. Mind you, that was like a week or two ago. But
I guess what I'm trying to say, Jose, and I completely agree with what you're saying. I guess what I'm trying to say is that Jalen hasn't been put in that situation, right? He's fortunately been a part of a team that they haven't really suffered all season, besides when he wasn't there, right? And he wasn't in those games obviously because he was hurt. But my thing is, does Jalen, if he does come in from behind, because obviously they haven't seen when I'm talking about overall the Eagles team, they haven't seen a passing offense like the Chiefs all season. They just haven't. Name it.
Right.
Name who. Right.
No, I agree.
And you know what? I like what Brandon Ayuk said. Right. He was like saying, "Oh, the Chiefs are going to win because if we would have had our quarterback, we probably would have exposed a lot of. We would have been able to see, hey, how would have the Eagles done against the passing game?"
That is 100% true, because think about it. San Francisco was doing work, and he got hurt, and that's a part of the game.
In the run game.
But we didn't get to see a full 49ers team. And I agree. I don't think they played anybody too explosive this year to be able to test that defense. I still think they're a great defense.
The best offense they played was Minnesota.
That's what I'm saying.
Early, that was.
And that's what I'm saying. But they do have a good defense. Don't get me wrong. Like, all the components are there.
Great defense.
They got exposed. They got exposed whenever they were playing against the Bears. I mean, the Bears don't even have a high power offense, and Justin Fields is running all over them. And I think Patrick Mahomes, if he, like the way Justin was able to go outside the pocket. Now imagine Patrick Mahomes going outside the pocket and throwing the ball 45, 50 yards down the field.
And that's another thing too, is Jalen Hurts is not Patrick Mahomes in that aspect. Like I don't think he has an arm, don't get me wrong, but he's not as accurate as Mahomes would be rolling out of the pocket in distress and chunking it down the field. Jalen Hurts can do that, but not as good.
He has improved the last few years.
No, that's improved. I just don't think he's as good. So now that puts into play, okay, the Chiefs D line is actually sufficient enough to make him run out of the pocket. What is he going to do with that? Is he going to start to run? Okay, cool. Put a spy on him. At that point, is he going to try and dump it downfield? And like Marco said, he has great receivers. But if you're not accurate with those great receivers, so there's going to be a lot of questions in play, bro. No. It's going to be exciting.
Well, that's why I was. Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead.
Well, there's like another big question too. Is like, how Patrick Mahomes likes to take a lot of risk, where he comes out of the pocket and he makes all these amazing throws, and they're high risk, high reward, But like also the defense, the Eagles defense also, they cause a lot of turnovers. You think he'll be able? You think he's gonna be? not be able, but I guess like you think he's gonna be in that risk taking mode where he's like, screw it.
No, I think I think Mahomes is very precise and methodical on how he plays. Even last week, or or a week and a half ago when they played against the Bengals, I think he didn't take as many risks as possible because he knew the importance. It's a different scale when you're playing. I want to say like a regular season game, right? Like in a regular season game, you can take a little bit of risk, especially if you're good in the standings, let's say. Versus this, you got to remember too, like for both teams, that like they both have a lot of hunger, and for the Chiefs, they're trying to clean up damage control from the last Super Bowl they were in, where they weren't as good, where they didn't play as clean because
Didn't have an
it was
O-line.
injuries, whether the defense was just smothering the fuck out of them, et cetera. Whatever you want to say about
They're
it.
also trying to prove the haters wrong that said they wouldn't do anything this year. Like,
I mean, and think about it too. Like right now, people are bringing up Mahomes' Super Bowl like stats, like the 2 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. We know he better than that. Like he's not a negative, type of player like that. The Eagles are just kind of like hold them to that. That's the best they can do with with their awesome secondary and freaking front line on the defensive side. Real quick, let's just go ahead and transition to it now. What is everyone's predictions? What is Marco? I'll just start with you because I already know who you're picking. But, I want to know who's winning, final score, and who's the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, no, and just one last thing, real quick. Hassan Reddick scares the shit out of me. That dude's a fucking dog.
Silent killer.
He's a dog. I think our offensive line is going to be huge, and I like what Alex said about giving the offensive line that we have the credit, where credit is due. The trenches, like Trey said, it's going to be what to watch for the game. But overall, I think it's going to be an exciting matchup. I think final score, I'm going to say 27-24 Chiefs. I think that Patrick wins Super Bowl MVP, and we take it.
All right, that would be 2 titles in the last few years for them. That'll be their 3rd overall. Trey, your pick, your final score, and MVP.
Man, I'm really, really leaning towards the Chiefs. I really, really am.
I'm with you so far as how difficult this game is to pick.
It is. The only reason I have the Chiefs above it, to be completely serious, is Mahomes and Andy Reid. The combination is stupid. End of story. The experience, and again, what we've been discussing is the Eagles. They haven't seen anybody like this. I don't think. There's been teams that are close to an extent, but nobody like the Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs. What did you say, Marco? Score?
27-24.
I wanted that too. I'm gonna say 20. I'm gonna say 27-30 Chiefs. And I'm gonna go a little different. I'm gonna say Kelsey gets MVP.
Travis?
Ooh, hey, possible catches like.
That's what I'm saying. He catches like 3
won't be surprised.
At that point,
won't be
is it
surprised.
Mahomes or is it Kelsey? Because the way Kelsey plays, bro.
His final stats are 4 receptions, 4 touchdowns, 10 yards.
That's how he was that one game. Remember, it was like who were they playing? They were playing somebody and he had like
I forgot. I know what you're talking about.
And it was like 5 receptions. I was like, really, bro? Every reception was a touchdown? It might have been. Stupid.
Remember, guys, 70% of the money is on the Eagles right now to win. That's something to know.
Yeah.
70% of the money in Vegas is on the.
But you have to see what they see, and they see exactly. They see the stats. They see what the Eagles have done. So, hey, it is what it is, bro.
70% of the money.
Just to point out an interesting.
Marco, you get a little something on your shoulder, bro. A little chip on your shoulder. That's what it is, bro.
Oh, I was actually looking like this.
That's what it is, bro. Let that chip stay on that shoulder, homie. Let that chip stay on that shoulder.
Let me say an interesting stat before I have Alex go. They tallied the top 15 players going into the Super Bowl. The top 3 are Chiefs players. The other 12 are all Eagles players. That is tough.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Okay, so obviously we know two of the Chiefs. Who's the
Travis.
third Chiefs?
I think Chris Jones. Chris
Okay,
Jones.
that makes sense.
Chris
That makes
Jones.
sense.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. If this Chiefs team wins the Super Bowl, this is, I think, one of the greatest runs of a team for a quarterback, I think, in a very long time. Think about who he has on his roster for receiving core and what he has to do to get here. I'm just saying, bro. That Bengals game, down 3 receivers, down linebackers, down everybody in the set. Like, everybody was out.
But see, he has
able to get a
like
win.
that's the craziest
Look,
part. He
I'm
doesn't have
telling
any
you, bro.
stars. But that's what I like about the situation.
crazy.
He doesn't have any stars. He doesn't have a Tyreek besides Kelsey. Obviously, I'm
Yeah.
excluding Kelsey. He doesn't have a Tyreek. He has Juju, who is when he's quiet is a decent receiver,
Which
right?
he has been this year, thankfully.
Right? Thank God. You have MVS, which has normally been a decent receiver. He's not terrible.
Second, third.
He's actually,
Yeah.
no,
But
he's
the one
actually
that's
here.
wide
shocking the
receiver
most
4.
is Kadarius Toney, bro. Kadarius
Mhm.
Toney has gone the fuck off.
And he's going to be healthy for the game.
God.
That's the one I'm
That's
excited for because the Giants haven't done shit with him, and then all of a sudden he blew up with the Chiefs, and I was like, okay, I like this guy. So their receiver core is not terrible. They're obviously not stars, but I'm excited for him. I really am. Plus, you're playing with a great quarterback. You're gonna play better. Like, let's be realistic here. I could probably
Super
catch a
Bowls
pass off of
in
Mahomes.
5 years is nuts.
I probably can't run the same route. But
No. I'm definitely not running. I'm just saying I could catch. Like, I'll just stand there and just okay, thanks, buddy.
And for all those Chiefs fans that are saying that we're equal to what the Patriots have done, shut up. We're not even there yet. I'm sorry. We got to really point that out. Look, I love my Chiefs, bro, but we're not even close to that yet.
But y'all are
one day.
on the rise. Y'all have a
We're
great
on the
coach,
rise,
just
but
like Bill
a lot of the
Belichick. Y'all have a
Chiefs
great
fans try to get a
quarterback,
little
just like
crazy.
Tom Brady. Like, just saying.
Yeah, I
Let's
remember
be
too.
realist.
Trey,
Let's
like,
be realist.
he's right. Like, it's like they're not there yet. Like,
Oh,
someone
no,
was saying,
100%.
oh my god, someone literally said on broadcast, oh my god, this 5 AFC conference championship appearances have never happened before. It's like, bitch, the Patriots just did it 8 times in a row, like right before them. What the fuck are you talking
Yeah.
about? Like,
I
don't be
do say
ignorant.
that if we,
Let's
I
not
do say the
disrespect
Chiefs.
both teams.
I do say that if they win this and they continue on, it's a dynasty. I think at this point, I think we can say that.
The talks of dynasty does continue. Yes, the talks of dynasty. Yes, does continue. Absolutely, I won't disagree with that.
No.
Alex, your who wins? Final score, MVP.
I'm a defensive guy, man. I still believe defense wins championships, dude. I mean, Kansas City. I don't know how they're underdogs with Patrick Mahomes as a quarterback. I really find that hard to believe. But I mean, to me, the Eagles are the underdogs in this game because basically that whole team that's made of nothing but underdogs with even Jason Kelsey wearing the underdog freaking little mask. So I man, it's really hard, but I wanna give it to the Eagles 24-21. Hopefully I get a score like that because you guys probably won't like it because you guys like 30s or 40-point games, but to me it'll be really exciting.
I don't mind the grind game. I really don't.
Hey, bro.
That's how the Bengals was outside the referees.
I don't mind the grind
Hey,
game.
I've been getting a love for defense, bro. Watching Darius Butler on Pat McAfee show break down the defense and CB rolls. It's pretty neat. I like defensive games, man, too. So
What was your score?
I don't mind that.
24-21.
Okay.
The Eagles, and I think Darius Slay
Ooh.
get the MVP.
Okay. A defensive
Darius
MVP. I
ain't
like
gonna do
it.
shit.
He will
like
have
it.
to do a lot of shit to get that fuck.
I like
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying. It's and you know what it could be.
Mode.
You know what it could be. It could be Patrick Mahomes throwing 3 touchdowns for 300 yards, but it's like a one pick that will get like just like Malcolm Butler won the MVP when he just got that one pick.
I thought he was MVP.
I thought he was
Tom Brady. Tom Brady was the MVP, but he gave him the MVP prize, which is a truck, a Toyota truck.
Oh, okay.
He gave it to Malcolm Butler because obviously he doesn't need it.
Yeah.
So
well, like
Tom Brady
7 years ago, Broncos won, and it was a low-scoring game, and Von Miller got the MVP. He had 2 forced fumbles, like 4 sacks, something like that. Like it was stupid.
I mean, he fucking smothered the hell out of Cam.
Dude, that was so beautiful. I was actually watching some highlights today about it. I was like, oh.
All right, give us your score.
So hey, it could happen, bro.
It hurts, bro. I like Viviana's been asking me the last 2 weeks, and I have not given her an answer because I haven't had one until now.
Oh, it's tough. It's
It
real.
is disgustingly tough. Like both teams have just been fucking amazing, honestly.
This
And
game could go to overtime.
this game could
That would
definitely
be
go to
crazy.
overtime.
That'd be crazy, dude.
I won't say it goes to overtime. Obviously, I think they'll finish it in regulation. I agree with Alex. It'll actually be a low scoring game. Give me 21-20 Eagles.
Damn, you went close.
I think it's gonna be that last thing, bro. Like right there. It's just they're both and I mean it could obviously go like any other way, but my God, bro, like I'm putting the defense. I think that's the key factor, like he said, man. Like Hassan Riddick, the freaking secondary, like Hassan Riddick's not gotten enough love, in my opinion. Like until like he killed Brock Purdy, even though he had the most like tied, like second for sacks all year and shit like that.
Fletcher Cox is also a great player too.
Fletcher Cox,
too, even though I hate that dude.
Yes,
Fletcher Cox, who I believe was there when Andy Reid and also Brandon Graham. They were there when Andy Reid was there.
Brandon Graham's a beast.
So this is, bro. Damn. Honestly, either way, I will be happy because we're gonna watch the epic game. I don't think we're not gonna watch one. I think it's gonna be tight and close. They're gonna fight for it. And you know what's crazy? I think the reason they're only going to score 20 is because they're going to go for a 2-point conversion for the win.
Ooh, actually, dude, that would be ballsy, bro. That would be ballsy. Wow.
But obviously, I can also any team can win, bro. Any team can win. This is I might change my mind before the fucking actual game, but that's my official.
I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the toughest ones.
I think Chris Jones and Frank Clark are on fire. And I wouldn't be surprised if they have a big influence on this game too.
I can see.
I know that offensive line is good, but
big influence for the run game, not to necessarily sacks, because that O line has prevented the least amount of sacks in Hurts's tenure.
Plus, you have a super mobile quarterback, so it's very hard to tackle mobile quarterbacks. So,
and I like what they do too, because the Eagles, whenever they do play action, they pull their guard to get they pull their guard. And it gets the linebackers, because whenever you're a linebacker and you see a guard pull, you think it's a trap or a toss sweep. So linebackers are gonna run downhill, but it's just them. It's just for the linebackers to run up, and then you get a receiver right behind the linebacker, and they can just throw it right over them. So I think I like what they do. So I think it'd be pretty cool.
All right, Marco. Last word.
I think what's up?
Last words for this segment.
I think for sure, if the Eagles fall behind early, I think this is Chiefs to win it. If they get ahead, if they get in the lead, it's going to be interesting, and it's going to have the Chiefs playing from behind. That'll be interesting. But I tell you right now, if the Chiefs are up by a good margin before the half, I won't be surprised if the Chiefs take this by more than a touchdown.
Cool. All right. Moving on to the next segment. Let's talk about it, guys. Kyrie Irving is no longer a Brooklyn Net. He is gone. He is now officially with the Dallas Mavericks. He has been traded for Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, multiple picks, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to start with you, Alex. How are you feeling about the trade? And who won the trade overall, in your opinion, if anyone won the trade?
Well, first, let me say who won the trade. I think Brooklyn won the trade by just getting rid of him, because this guy has just been a locker room cancer, pretty much. I mean, basketball players, they like to hoop. It don't matter the situation. You're a good team or not. You're a hooper. You just want to hoop. But I don't think this guy. I don't think he's not giving his all. I mean, he's a part-time NBA player, pretty much, and I think he still got voted. Did he still get voted into the All-Star game?
Yes, he is.
That's so. I mean, that's so dumb.
I don't trust any of the All-Star stuff anymore from anybody.
It's the same as the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Now, personally, if I was Brooklyn, I would have traded him to Toronto, just so I can get OG.
Sent him to Canada.
He just wanted to
Yeah.
deport him.
To get OG and to get Fred. I mean, those two guys were probably two guys that can help Brooklyn too. But Spencer Dinwiddie is also not a terrible player.
No, Dinwiddie's good.
And he's
Yeah.
back in Brooklyn because that's where he started.
Yep.
Trey, how you feeling? Who won the trade, and how you feeling about it overall?
To be honest with you, I agree. I think Brooklyn won it. I really didn't. I mean, I read up on the trade, but I didn't like look into exactly what they got. But either way, I agree. I
So
think Kyrie-
Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, a 2029 first round pick, a 2029 second round pick, and I believe there was a 2027 second round pick as well. I believe.
and then what did Mavs get?
Markieff Morris and Kyrie.
Yeah, definitely won that trade. Like Dinwiddie, like you said, is deep, like a good player. I don't even mind Smith that bad. Like he's actually he's a good backup role essentially.
So,
But like the Kyrie as a cancer is far beyond anything that you could get for him. As well as I don't think Luka and Kyrie are going to work good together. I've already said it from the get go. I don't like it.
Marco, how you feeling?
Yeah, I think overall, I love what Alex said. I think Kyrie's a part-time NBA player. I think that's perfectly put there. I think his overall stance and overall the way his character is around a team. I mean, if I had someone like that on my team, I wouldn't like him. Like I wouldn't want to play with him. He's constantly showed why he's not a team player. He only thinks about himself. He only thinks
Can't
about
trust him.
Kyrie. With Kyrie all the time. Kyrie this and Kyrie that. At the end of the day, he complains about, what the media says, what the NBA. You get paid millions of dollars to play basketball. And you are on the big stage all the time. The cameras are on you. Your voice matters and the things you say matter. People say, well, the Nets shouldn't have done what they did. Why? Why shouldn't have they done what they said? It's about doing the right thing. You're a reflection of the organization. If you let that slide, that reflects the organization itself. And when it comes down to it, him going to Dallas and playing with Luka, I don't think that's a good move for Luka.
Nope. Sound right.
I don't think that's a move. You're only going to get someone that's a poison in the locker room for him. For someone young on the come up. Yeah, he wants to win chips, and I think this is Dallas's way to want to keep Luka and Luka not leave whenever things are, later down the line because it's looking rough. But overall, when it comes to a more not such the play of basketball, but when it comes to the sense of who he is and what kind of happens as a team, I think the Nets win and got rid of a poison. You got kind of one there with Kevin Durant, but let's talk for another day.
Okay, so I'm the lone wolf on this one. I actually think Dallas won the trade. It's crazy that might sound. I think Dallas won. And just simply by the fact that, as great as Luka is Dallas even competing for a title right now before the Kyrie trade? Like, honestly, like they were 28 and 26 when the trade was made. They're just barely above 500. He needs help. When he's off the bench, they're one of the worst plus-minus teams in the game right now. Like, they need someone to facilitate or to do something while he's on the bench, and he can't play all 48 minutes. I think honestly, in the end, it's the best thing for Kyrie and it's the best thing for the Nets to separate. Obviously, in the 3.5 years that Kyrie has been with the Nets, the dude has only played 74 games out of almost 300 games. He only played 74.
So he's not even part-time.
He's seasonal. He's seasonal.
Yeah, and it's it could be a good trade to Dallas, but after this year, he's a free agent, so you're pretty much rolling the dice on this guy, and he's shown that he can't be trusted. That's why I said that.
But what are you giving up, really? Like, what? That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you giving up? Like, you're not really going anywhere with this team already, right? Because, like I said, you're 28. You were 28 and 26. The teams are getting tougher, right? The West is clogged up as fuck. So you're not separating yourself out from the pack. The Nuggets is the only team that's separated right now, right? Kawhi is coming back at full health, so that defense for the Clippers is going to get tougher. So they're going to be a harder team to eliminate in the playoffs. You're going to need something overall. Like, I'm not saying this is going to get them to the NBA Finals. What I'm saying is, if you want a chance to compete, this is the move to make. Even though, like, because the entire West, outside of maybe the Clippers at best, I'd say is inefficient on defense. You get Kyrie in Texas, so you get him out of the New York media market. You get him out of that shit completely. That he should never be. He should stay away from those areas, whether it's California, which I know he'll probably end up being over there. You know, it's next year. Stay away from New York, and just in general, just limit your time with the media as much as you can. Whatever that is not contractually obligated, right? Like, just limit the best you can. The Nets don't win because now with Kyrie gone, you have no way of truly keeping KD, right? Like, that's overall. Like, you better stack up the draft capital in a trade with KD the same way the Utah Jazz got 5 first-round picks for Rudy Gobert, or however many first-round picks they got for Donovan Mitchell from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Like, that's what you're gonna have to do. The Nets don't win, in my opinion. Because we already know Kevin Durant can't lead a team.
But if Dallas's point to get Kyrie is to get into the playoffs or to win now, I don't think you win with Kyrie. Like, that's everybody knows that. You're not gonna win with just Kyrie. I don't think so.
That's right. So? That's why you put him behind Luka.
But the thing is, it's like I guess you could use him. He's gonna be a free agent. You would say, oh, maybe he still has years left on his contract, or maybe you could use him as leverage for another trade. But that's not even it either. So I think, like, you release those, maybe things you could have used for a future trade. You give them to the Nets for something that's just going to be a rental player for a year. That's not even going to get you a championship. That's my argument.
We don't know that, right? We said the same thing when we deported Kawhi and the fucker won a fucking championship for a damn country. So we don't know for sure.
Kyrie's not Kawhi though.
But on the offensive side, he brings a fucking presence. He's the best ball handler in the game. And if he's actually focused and actually able, I get what y'all are saying. He's under-reliable. He's one of the worst teammates ever. He'll never win Teammate of the Year award because the man is a seasonal player. He didn't show up much because whether it's the vaccine laws in New York, whether it was his anti-Semitic comments, whether it was his lack of remorse or apology or whatever it was that led to a suspension. And now he's away from that. Now he is gone from that. And maybe he could start over. And you know what? It's a fucking right-wing state he's in now. He'll probably be happy to fucking stay here.
Y'all remember when Blockbuster was around? Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
And you used to be excited, right? Because you would go into Blockbuster and you wanted to rent the best movie there is there, right? You're looking around and sometimes the best movie wasn't available, so you had to go with like a secondary, tertiary movie to rent. You finally rent it out, but at the end of the day, you got to return it back in like 3 or 4 days and rent it back, and then you're just kind of left with nothing again. That's Dallas right now. That's going to happen with Dallas. And they lost.
This man said
and they lost. And they lost money. And they lost.
I mean, on paper, it looks really good, right? I mean, when Luka comes out, Kyrie can run the team, and then that's also what the same thing we were saying about Brooklyn. Man, this team looks nice all together on paper, but I hope Kyrie don't does the same thing, like, oh, I'm hurt, I can't play, or this and that, and he plays a couple games.
No, he never said that he was hurt. He just said that his mental health, that everything that was going on with the vaccination, the Black Lives Matter, all that stuff that was going on during that time, the George Floyd thing, the Amazon movie that's very anti-Semitic, that, that stuff, all that stuff,
Before then, I think even that too, even before all this was happening, even in Cleveland too. I mean, LeBron. LeBron pretty much gave him the keys to the city, and he didn't want it. So I don't know.
How are you gonna say he gave him the keys to the city when LeBron is still manufacturing the team to his liking? I mean, it's not giving him the keys. Like, it's LeBron says a lot of things. LeBron, they did, and then they also got bounced 3 times at the same time. It's like LeBron always says, "Oh, well, I'm here to make Kyrie the number 1 star." Okay, so why is the team built around you? I'm here to make AD decide. Okay, so why is the team built around you? Right? They have more failures than they have more successions. Right? Like each now have a title. That's
He needs to
great.
stop
But
being a
like,
GM.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm
he needs
saying.
to
Like
stop.
that's not really
He needs to
like.
stop being a GM. He's not a good GM.
There's no. I'm giving you a keys to the title. It's like no, I'm bringing you to win one title, and then after that, we're just gonna be asked most of the time.
Yeah, my only argument is that like Dallas gives up things they could have used in future trades to try to keep Luka, and now you just get a rental. That's my argument. That's it.
I mean, Dinwiddie,
For nothing.
Finney
Though.
Smith. Let's not.
Spencer Dinwiddie. I mean,
He's
he's nice. I mean,
He's been underperforming with this team. Like, okay, like maybe now that he's freed, he'll be playing nice. But otherwise, with Dallas, he's been kind of.
Well,
I don't know. I just feel like they could have gotten a big
see. I guess
later on. Same thing.
I
mean, overall, what are y'all feeling about the reports about the Lakers weren't willing to give the Nets all the compensation they wanted to get them? Did the Lakers fuck up, or did the Nets fuck up?
I mean, Rob Pelinka. I mean, he's always been a fuck up, right? Putting a team together. So I don't know. I think
that front office is terrible.
I think the Lakers was pretty much. I mean, you saw they threw pretty much the whole bag to try to get him in.
No, they threw 2 first-round picks in Russell Westbrook. But the Nets wanted also Austin Reeves and that kid Christie.
You know what I hate about.
Why are you keeping those two for?
You know what I hate about the Lakers is that the Lakers act like, oh, I'm gonna fucking rebuild. I'm gonna need these picks later. Since when is the Lakers a fucking rebuild team or some? It's in Los Angeles.
I don't remember the last time they developed a player.
That's what I'm saying. It's like why not give up those picks? Why not give up those things if you know at the end of the day you're gonna still attract big names to the team later on, even if LeBron's gone. The whole point is about winning now, not winning in 5 years when LeBron's 45. You know what I mean?
You know why I think they turned away that Austin Reeves and a couple other players, because I mean, if you look back at all the players that they got rid of, getting AD and Russ.
Christie's on the bench. He doesn't even play.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think Rob is like kind of hesitant. Like, damn, I'm already under so much fire by getting rid of, Josh Hart, Lonzo.
They already fucked up not getting Kyle Lowry because they wanted to keep THT because he was going to be godly.
How did that go?
He's not even on the team anymore.
I think Kyle Lowry on that team would have been nice.
I know, exactly. I agree. He would have been fucking banger teammate for fucking LeBron, but that's what I'm saying. Okay, so we know the Lakers are fuck up. Did the Nets make a mistake not trading for CP3, Joe Crowder, and a first-round pick? Was that a better offer?
Yeah, that's a better offer.
I think that's better because you don't know what Ben Simmons is doing either because you haven't seen him play.
Oh no, you know what Ben Simmons is doing. He's being a complete ass. He doesn't deserve his contract. He doesn't deserve to be in the league right now. He deserves to be shipped off to China to go play over there.
What a bust!
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's gonna end up happening.
Like you missed out on Chris Paul, Crowder. I mean, he's not one of those guys that gets buckets, but he could get a guy, one of the best players in the other team, and lock him down.
It's funny. Brooklyn's trying to trade Ben Simmons, and everyone's like, he has no trade value. We don't even want him. You could offer us a 3rd-round pick, which doesn't even exist, and we still don't want him.
I remember when he was with LSU, and everybody was talking about this next big thing, the next LeBron. Dude is the biggest.
No, he did work his.
He did okay with the Sixers.
He did it early. Yeah, he did good. He just couldn't fucking have the cojones to get a jump shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this though: James Harden, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. It's one of the biggest bust of a big threes ever, and I think one day they're gonna make like a show about it. They're gonna come on 30 for 30.
You heard it here first from Kendrick Perkins, guys. You heard it here first. Let's carry on. Move on to the next topic. What was the next topic? Oh yeah. Bron is about to break history. Bron is about to make some history, some moment by being the all-time leading scorer in the NBA. He's 36 points away. He might break it tonight against OKC. He might break it Thursday against Milwaukee. Trey, where does LeBron stand once he does break this? Is he your GOAT? Does he make it? He's like, already the fuck no. Get him out of here.
LeBron.
Where is he in your books overall? Like once he does it, like how big is an accomplishment?
Tracy
Of
be like
this?
I mean, it's
21.
cool. Don't get me wrong. It's cool, but you can score as many buckets as you want, but can you produce in the off season? I mean, not off season, postseason. He'll be probably third for me still.
Don't let James hear you.
I don't care. I'm not a big LeBron fan. Don't get me wrong. He's an athletic freak. The dude is a freak, and he can play basketball. But I still don't think he's better than MJ, in my opinion. And I still don't personally think he's better than Kobe, to be honest with you, because Kobe isn't a freaking mirror image of MJ.
So he
So
was a tank. Like,
yeah, so I'm going to keep him at 3. Again, it's a big accomplishment. Good for him. Congratulations. Cool, but no. And what's crazy is he could have easily squashed all that by not saying he was the GOAT when he first got asked a long time ago.
and he did it again on Tuesday or yesterday.
At that point, come on, bro. Like, let's be realistic here. And I still can't believe that. Did y'all see that? Like the average ticket for I think it's tomorrow or Thursday's game is like $90,000.
Today it was today's
Oh,
92K
Stupid. $92,000.
or 36 points. I don't know if he gets 36 tonight.
Fucking, I hope for the people that paid that much money. I hope so. For the love of God.
Hey, if I'm the OKC player, I
would sell it.
if I'm the OKC players, I would let that happen, honestly, to see it happen.
I wouldn't.
Like,
I'd lock that motherfucker down.
You gotta think about it. They're younger players.
I don't
younger
want
players.
to get scored on for that.
Everybody,
those young players, that's their go.
Everybody's going to know who he did it on. Nope.
Bro, what's his name? Cam Thomas from the
game. Fuck you. You ain't scoring on me, big dog.
Exactly. For like Cam Thomas, who's a freaking like a young guy who's now the new point guard started for the Nets. He was like, because they said that he has now broken the same record like LeBron, the 2 youngest guys to score this many points and back-to-back times, whatever. And he was like, I would have been more impressed if it was tied with Kobe. I'm more of a Kobe guy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. No, you ain't getting that 36 on me tonight, Holmes. Sorry.
Yeah. Marco, where does he land on your list if he becomes the all-time leading scorer?
I still have him number 2. If he does this, I think
he wants to say GOAT so badly. You want to say it. You want.
I think I do, but I think he needs one more chip. I think he needs one more chip still. And
he needs like 3 more, bro. What the fuck you mean?
Nah, bro, because Bill Russell, how many does Bill Russell have? He's
12?
not the greatest of all time. That's what I'm saying. Like, championships what are we measuring? Like, it's cool.
But even in his time, no one was really saying he's the GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, though, like...
There was only 8 teams back then.
Whatever you want to say,
Wilt over him.
whatever you want to say, this man is going to be the highest scorer of all time, and I think he's like 7th or 8th on the assist leaderboard. I don't know what number he is. I can't remember. That's or 4th, I think, now. I don't know what he is. It's something like that. That's fucking great. I'm sorry I don't like that he says, "Oh, I was a pass first guy." Like, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Like, you're the all-time leading scorer. About to be. I hate when he says that. But overall, I think he's gonna go down probably. Obviously, on the Mount Rushmore basketball. I think if he still needs a little bit more. I think if he gets another championship, especially in these later years, it's gonna be impressive, and it's gonna be hard to like knock him for not being the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Overall, but there's also some bias. I didn't see MJ. You know what I mean? That's like a big thing. I saw Kobe play. Kobe to me is number 3 or number 2. It's crazy. But I didn't see MJ play like that, so it's different for me. But overall, still seeing the documentary and all that, it's hard to put MJ like not number 1 in my eyes. Still.
Alex, where do you got him?
I mean, I think the question was, is he going to be GOAT? I don't even. It's kind of. I mean, he's in my top 5, but I don't think having the scoring title is going to move him any. I mean, to be GOATed, we count championships, right? That's how we gave Tom Brady the.
Bill Russell has 11.
On the end, it's yours. He has 11. It's in the end, it's how you overall your list. It's not. Don't worry about everyone else. It's your list.
Well, I still have him like four.
Who's ahead?
LeBron, of course, Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
Kobe, and Kareem. I think those three guys are the top guys to ever play. LeBron, I mean, yes, he's a great player, but and people are saying, yeah, he's about to break he's about to break his record. Well, yeah, you played 20 fucking years already, and you've been playing since you were 18 years old.
Yeah.
Jordan took a break from basketball, and then he played in college. So of course he's gonna have that. He's gonna have that advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't know.
I don't think that's LeBron's fault though. Like longevity is a skill. It's a talent as well. It's a gift.
No, it is definitely, and I'm not knocking him for that.
And
glad
also,
you said
his averages right now on year 22 is fucking impressive for.
No, again, that's
crazy.
He's an athletic freak. I'm not going to deny that ever from him. But
I'm glad you said that longevity too.
What Alex is saying is, MJ, if he'd gone the same path as LeBron, probably would have that record right now.
But he didn't.
I understand that. That's what I'm saying. Things matter and things change. But I will never have him as
his perspective.
Yeah,
now,
I see.
Now, if you want to compare both eras of playing, I mean, back then you could hand check. You know, the guys could stay in the lane a little bit longer. So that's a little bit tougher to play against when people hand check you. I mean,
when they say the old league used to be slow and mailmen and stuff, I'm like, dude, these guys legitimately got in fights, bro.
Yeah, these guys,
bro. They would put fucking Jordan in a chokehold.
And you're gonna call them mailmen, bro? Get the hell out of here, dude. Stupid.
Honestly, when was the last time you could hand check in the NBA?
Bro, you blow on LeBron's face and he's like, oh, like get out of here, dude.
And then I think like the last toughest defense that LeBron has played where they were actually getting in his grill was the Eastern Conference Finals whenever they played against Detroit Pistons when you could they were hand checking them, you know.
Well, one of my favorites is when they played the Spurs and every time Kawhi checked in after LeBron checked in, he'd be like, fuck, like I got to deal with this dude again.
And that was one guy. That was only one guy. I mean, whenever Jordan played it, there was a bunch of guys that could lock anybody.
It was a gritty game for sure. And now, I mean, it's very evolved around the three. You know, it didn't used to be like that all the time.
You don't go to the free throw line back then 30, 40 times like you do now.
That's what I'm saying. Again, I will never knock LeBron's talent. I will never knock his athleticism and what he's accomplished, but I will never give him that GOAT title ever.
Yeah, same here.
I think I have Bron as 2. I do have him over Kareem. I think what will always hold me back from ever giving him 1, even if he does break this all-time thing, is the fact that he was led GM, and he had to be led GM in like 3 different organizations.
I was going to say most of the places he went.
Yeah. It was the Heat, the second stint with Cleveland, and now LA. Like he had to make it around him. He had to get the most amount of trades to make him feel comfortable, to make him happy, versus him elevating guys or letting the front office just be the front office and let them sign whoever they needed to sign to make the team better. Right? Like other than them drafting Scottie Pippen or signing freaking Dennis Rodman, like what did what really did the Bulls do? They weren't like trading for like every fucking piece in the world to get him a title.
Too is LeBron, didn't he say even in Cleveland, but I know he said going to LA that he wanted to be more well-rounded and a team player and a passer, facilitator, and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, he gets his assists in, but like you said, he still runs the team. Like it's like Jerry Jones. You're never going to be a great organization unless you let go of the reins.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
wait, Jerry Jones said that?
No. I'm saying like the way Jerry Jones is with the Cowboys. The Cowboys can be a organization.
About the Cowboys.
It's ruined.
LeBron's ass at being a GM.
That's what I'm saying. He literally runs the organization and doesn't let other people do their jobs. That's what it is. Yeah.
But I also think we also need to remember too, it should not be an insult. And this is for like the majority of people out there who are NBA fans and who are just it's not an insult. It's not an insult to be number 2. Like when you compare
out of how many people have played,
yes, exactly.
Like even 1, 2, and 3 is still ridiculous task.
Like if you get insulted because your favorite guy is 2, it's like just shut the fuck up.
And again, this is our opinion. You could have him number 1. I don't give a shit. I won't personally have him.
But there's a lot of people that will have him number 1, or a lot of people will have him number 2.
That's what I'm saying. And honestly, those 3 in my book, for my 1, 2, 3, MJ, Kobe, and LeBron are an easy 1, 2, 3 combo for anybody that likes basketball. Typically,
I think I'll get the most hate because I have him at 4.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, it's literally a 1, 2, 3. Like you,
no, Alex, I'll get the most hate because I have Kobe behind Timmy.
But in some aspects, that's not terrible because Timmy was a freaking GOAT. But that's what I'm saying. Basketball has so many different talents. Like you can't really be fully wrong.
But unless you're a hardcore LeBron fan.
Touche. Yeah. Then everybody's
James,
at that point.
James, we miss you, by the way. Talking about
LeBron would be 1, 2, and 3. In that book.
Heat LeBron. LeBron.
Lakers LeBron is my 3rd. I'd take Cavs. Cavs LeBron's number 1 for sure.
But I think
the Mickey Mouse.
Everyone should be able to
the Mickey Mouse championship is number 1.
Real quick.
The Mickey Mouse championship is
whatever, dude.
Guys, okay. The Mickey Mouse, y'all can say whatever y'all want, but being in those conditions and what they were going through and what the state of
it's not the same.
Yes, bro.
It's not the same.
There's a different type. I don't care what the people even in that was in that tournament say the same thing.
Hold on.
We're on the outside.
No, I'm not gonna.
This is a different. Yeah, it's okay.
No. Real quick, I'm actually on your side on this. I'm not gonna let be like you said. We have our own opinion, whatever. I'm not gonna call it half a ring, ring pop ring, Disney ring, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a legitimate ring because it's the same way people who want to discredit short season championships.
Exactly.
Like when Shaq tried to do that with the Spurs' first title because it was only 50 games. I'm like, you had 50 games too, right? Like everyone had the same conditions. Now, did it help the Lakers with their health that the guys were able to heal up during the timeout because of COVID? And now when they're all back in the bubble, they're a little more healthier to play. Sure.
I like
we haven't seen bubble MVP Dame really to that level since, but
for sure. And I like what you said though, because if you really think about it, there'd be an asterisk on every fucking championship. There's always something that happens. You know what I mean?
Yep. I agree.
I think it's important though to appreciate his greatness, because we don't know how much longer. We would appreciate Kobe's greatness too, and obviously, we continue to appreciate it, but he's not here longer with us. So I think it's good. I think it's awesome that we celebrate the accomplishment because overall it's something that that's been a record that's been standing for over 30 years. So shout out to him and what he's doing.
MJ's gonna come back to the league because he took that personal.
All right, guys, let's move on to the next segment. This is the one I've been waiting for a minute. So I texted guys for just about 2-3 weeks. I texted guys. I was like, guys, let's make our top 10 list. Let's say but let's go through positions. Let's spin the wheel. Let's make sure everyone gets somebody. Now, unfortunately, James is not here, so his list will be delayed until next time he's able to hop on. But that means we still got a centers list, a small forward list, a shooting guard list, and a point guard list. So this is your chance. Whenever you see this, whenever you hear this, it's Slide Down Now Live, On Demand, whatever, TikTok, I don't go. You're about to chew us out regardless. I'm going to tell you right now. Fuck it. You're not going to like it. Most likely.
I'm getting buried alive. Oh, yeah.
So first man to the stand trial is Alex with his centers list. Alex, give me from 10 to 1 from bottom up your top 10 centers all time.
Can I add 2 notable guys that didn't make the list?
You can write down notables. Absolutely, we always do.
Okay, make my notable screen and
they won't make talk.
The 2 guys that didn't crack the list was Ben Wallace and Bill Walton.
Ooh.
Ben Wallace was really underrated.
Bill Walton's overrated.
I think so too. I think Ben Wallace is really underrated. But here it goes. My number 10 top center of all time is Dwight Howard.
Okay, like that.
Number 9, this man's still playing actually in the league. The Joker. Number 8, Patrick Ewing. Number 7, David Robinson. Number 6, Moses Malone. Number 5, Wilt. Number 4, Bill Russell. Number 3, The Dream. And then the number 1 and number 2, this is really hard. I know I put Kareem at number 3, but the most dominant center of all time is Shaq.
I knew he was
I
going
got
to.
him at number 1, and I got number 2 for Kareem. I know I put him in my
Wait.
4, but Shaq is the most dominant center of all time, and I don't think if somebody argues that is crazy.
Oh,
This
okay.
guy,
You're probably gonna get murdered, but it's okay. We'll be there for you.
But it's okay.
I mean,
We'll be
let's remember he was also the one who drafted Shaq in the all-time
First round,
first
yeah.
over most. So,
You got
That's why I
I'm
knew.
yeah.
so before I critique the fuck out of you for those 1 and 2, can I tell you when I made my center list because I made my list for all of them, we're pretty much the same.
Wow.
Like dead ass. Like I think the only
Yeah.
thing we had difference for us is David Robinson and Moses Malone. I saw that.
you had him switch.
I had him switch. That's it.
Post Malone.
Moses Fato.
Hey, Moses Malone was a dog, dude.
He was a
he
dog.
was.
That's why it was.
It was.
I put the quadruple double and the 2 titles, but even though it was late in his career, but what the hell, bro? How you gonna say Kareem is your number 3 all time and all this?
Yeah,
shit,
that's what I did.
and somehow, some way, you have him number 2 as your center. That makes no logical sense at all.
No. It's the most dominant.
Is Shaq your number
I
0 in your top 10? Is he number 0?
No.
Is he the real goat for you? What's going on?
Well, you guys said it's like my list of the most dominant centers. I think the way Shaq played, there was nobody in the freaking league that could guard Shaq at that
And why isn't he
time.
number?
And I
isn't he
see
number 3 all time?
because Kareem's resume is if not better than Shaq's, but I'm talking about the most dominant player is Shaq. Shaq's the most dominant center of all time.
Okay.
Is he not? I mean, Bill Russell.
I think Shaq's dominance was a lot shorter than Kareem's excellence. Like that's where it's tough for me to say.
But I get what he's saying though. He's saying
I agree.
It's Shaq overall Kareem. I get that concept. Like
I see it. I mean, not really. I see it like not 20/20 vision, but like shitty vision. I see it, but not like 20/20. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I gotta wear glasses.
So whenever Shaq was in Orlando, who was the best player on the Orlando team?
Bro, he was
Shaq was
I'm not arguing with you that he was one of the most dominant players of all time. I'm
back.
just saying you just have kind of a contradiction there, but I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, I get it. I like it. I don't
like to be fair. I get where you're coming from. I like the list.
Like to be fair, when I set this out, I was like, "Who's your all-time positions?" And then you're saying your all-time everyone. You have Kareem 3, and Shaq is probably somewhere between like 5 to 10.
Yeah,
but then you have Shaq as number 1. So it's
center. Kareem was classified as center, but
like dead ass. Honestly, Alex, if you said because of this list, if you had Shaq in your all-time list ahead of Kareem, okay, I agree with it. It's tough because you said Kareem's 3, or and then you have Shaq after him, and now in this case it's reversed. It's just confusing as fuck. That's what it is. I'm saying peak. I think you have a point. That's what at their peak, like at the prime, like if you could cut out like 3 to 5 years, I think you could say Shaq's 3 to 5 years is better than Kareem's best 3 to 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just that was confusing as hell.
But did you guys get the point?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
No, I mean, No, Ben Wallace was really hard to. I think I talked to you, Jose, about not putting Ben Wallace in
Yeah, I
this top
love
10.
Ben Wallace. Love
People that don't know his game, bro. Oh my dude, this guy was
Stupid
a
people.
that
dominant.
dude was a
Yeah.
monster.
And that's crazy because Shaq is my number one, and Ben Wallace gave him work in the finals
That
when
dude
they
was
played against.
gritty, bro.
Yes, he gave him a hard time. I mean, Shaq, yeah,
Marco,
he
you're too
put up,
young for this, bro. You don't know. It's okay.
he
No,
put
I
up his
actually do remember
points.
Ben Wallace.
Dude,
He put up his
but if
points.
you think about it too, his teammate, bro, what was his face? Because they were like freaking twin towers, bro. It was Ben Wallace and
Steve Wallace.
yeah,
Wallace.
Reggie Wallace. Reggie Wallace, right?
Rashid.
Rashid, thank you. Yeah. Bro,
Rashid
them
Wallace.
two together, dog, you ain't getting to the paint, homie. God, they were monsters.
I like you
The
putting
bully
Jokic
ball.
in there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Jokic is definitely a good one.
Like damn,
Well,
with
I mean,
Reb and everybody, and
A lot of people are gonna give me crap too because Embiid has been giving the Joker work. But I think overall player, I think the Joker is more. You could build a more. I think a better team around him. Could pass the ball. Yes, his defense
Because he's
is
a
lackluster.
passer. Because he's a passer. That guy has supreme vision. It's crazy.
He's so well rounded, it's ridiculous.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
I would probably still take Embiid because I think the defense is a big factor for me. The defense is a huge factor. Like the fact that you don't play defense, come on, man. Like,
Yeah,
that's that shit worked for me.
Big factor. Through a big factor.
What
And,
are you
you know,
looking at,
Joker.
Gato? Are you looking for that chip on Trey's shoulder still?
That's what I was about to say. I was looking for my chip on my shoulder.
All right. So that's your list. We'll let people be the judge of what you said and did there. Trey, small forwards. Give me your 10-1.
Wait, I had small forwards?
What the fuck?
Like I thought I had 6 man.
I thought I had point guards. Okay, so I have 2 honorable mentions as well. They're kind of names I have to mention, but I have them out for a specific reason personally for me.
Okay.
So that's just me. But one is Paul Pierce. He barely missed, as well as Mr. Carmelo.
No.
Yeah.
Carmelo.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I'm intrigued. You got me locked in now. Greg.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are my 2 that barely, like Alex was saying, barely missed the cusp.
Oh,
Me
he hurt
personally.
me here.
It's
He
me
hurt me here. Go ahead.
So, number 10, I have Mr. Worthy, James Worthy.
Okay.
That's all right.
I have Dominique Wilkins. I have Mr. Rick Barry. I know it was a different time, but Mr. Rick Barry was a cold mofo. I have Mr. Claw, Kawhi Leonard. I have Mr. John Havlicek. I have the dominant man, number 2, Mr. Scottie Pippen. I have Mr. Julius Erving. I have Big Dog KD. One of the coldest white boys to ever play the game, Mr. Larry Bird.
All right.
And then, of course, I have to go LeBron James, number 1.
I don't think you can make that list without Carmelo. And you did, and it hurts.
Yeah,
Again,
who was number 10? Who was number 10?
James Worthy.
Worthy. Now, again, I could have put Carmelo there, and
Hey, you don't even got Elgin Baylor in here either.
So I thought about Elgin Baylor. I really did, and I was looking at some stats, and I was kind of he teetered for me. He played in a different area as well, and yeah, he was cold, but I don't know. I just personally, I couldn't put him up there confidently.
I think Rick Barry for me is a little.
That's a
is
stretch for me. That was the stretch.
Really?
More of a top, maybe number 10. I think him and Carmelo could have been either or, but I mean your list is pretty good. I mean, like I said, it's kind of hard. I mean, small forwards there's a lot of great players.
There really are. Like I was looking through actually like the top 50, and even some of the like lower guys, like the 15 to 20s and 25. Like there's some decent players in that mix, bro.
Caramba. All right.
But Paul Pierce. I'm not really too mad that he didn't make.
No, he's not in my top 10 either. He just misses it too.
I think for me personally, because of the time that Carmelo sat out, it diminished. You know what I mean? Like if that makes sense.
when nobody would pick him up.
Yeah, but I'm saying like he wasn't playing. So if he'd have been playing that whole time, it might have been a different conversation. You know what I'm saying?
I think Denver Carmelo is a different breed.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
cool. Don't get me wrong, but again, I think for me personally, because of the time he sat out, I think that's personally why I kind of kept him out of it.
He loses points for you.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, think about it. He sat out what, like 3 years, something like that, wasn't it?
No, it was like one.
No, it was more than one.
It was one. Because when after like the whole New York thing went down, like it didn't work out.
Hey,
Then he goes like OKC and my buddy Mike here is that shocked with your negligence of Carmelo Anthony's respect there.
yeah.
I think
But
that's
Mike,
tough, bro. Like if you want to judge like OKC, LA, Melo, okay, I get you, man. But like the career, let alone in Denver and New York, like come on, like that's
So it was a full calendar year, meaning he sat out a season and a half, essentially.
That's not his choice, though.
No. I understand that, and that's why I'm saying I think that's why I knocked it from him a little bit.
All
Again,
these Melo fans coming for your ass.
and that's fine. That's fine. That's not the
coming
first time, bro.
hard,
That's the
boy.
first time, bro.
I probably would have put Kawhi over Havlicek. I can't put him over Pippen just because of what Pippen's long standard. But
Yeah.
I think Kawhi should maybe just a one spot higher. The Rick Barry one, he can get out for me. But that
Really?
means he can get the fuck out of here. Like
I think
especially if you have to give me a game between Melo and Rick Barry or their careers matching up together, I'm picking Melo.
I think some people would also not me, but I'm just saying like some old school cats would probably say too Larry over LeBron.
That's true. I could see people saying that, but I couldn't do it.
No,
Larry was a cool motherfucker.
I have people who tell me KD over Bird, and I can respect that because of his skill talents overall.
I think that's a hard
That's
one.
what I'm saying. It's tough. Yeah. I guess I can respect it. I'd still put Bird over him.
Bird was a cold motherfucker. End of story.
Yeah.
He was a true white boy that can jump.
Bro, he literally told a team how many points he was going to get and then pulled himself off the game. Like, you have to be a cold motherfucker to do that shit. That's nasty.
Oh, yeah, Trey. We know how much you like him, Trey.
Hey, that game, bro.
He represents the culture for Trey.
You know what I'm saying?
Put your hand out, don't you?
Hey.
Just saying, bro.
Sorry, Trey.
That's a cold white boy, dog. That's a cold white boy.
That's a cold white boy, honestly. He's the first steps for white boys.
All right. I guess I'll do my list, and now that my buddy Mike's on here, I'm fucking scared.
Why are you leaving me last?
We're going from the biggest to the smallest position. What are you scared about? What are you scared about? It ain't that. It can't be that bad. It can't be that bad.
Let's go.
All right, I got shooting guards.
This
is my honorable mentions. I guess if we're gonna fucking go out there and say I have three. I don't have two. I have three. I left off Klay Thompson. I left off Manu. And I left off Vince Carter.
Oh.
Yep. He just missed
it. DC, bro? Okay, I can somewhat understand. Let's hear the rest of your list first.
Okay.
Hey, shooting guard's a hard list, bro.
I'll give you that. I understand that. Let's finish the list, please.
I want to hear this.
Yeah.
Go for it.
10, Tracy McGrady.
Over his cousin.
Okay.
9, Reggie Miller. 8, Ray Allen.
8? Wow.
7, Clyde Drexler. 6, George Gervin. 5, James Harden. 4, Allen Iverson. 3, Dwayne Wade. 2, Kobe, and 1, MJ.
So would AI's classified as a shooting guard? I thought he was a PG.
He was more of a shooting guard than point guard. He started point guard and then he transitioned most of his career to
I can't believe you put Ray at 8. Holy shit.
I mean, what do y'all think? I mean, besides I left silent as hell.
First off, I don't like the VC leaving out like that. That's insane to me. That dude's career.
Kicking out.
That dude's career is stupid. Like
It is stupid, but he also had some. I also have
Who'd
to
you have
also count his bad years at the end, like where he was.
Who'd you have number 9?
Reggie Miller.
Okay, he stays. He's safe.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so if you want VC in, who am I kicking out? Am I kicking McGrady out?
No,
Personally?
McGrady.
personally,
No.
me, yeah, I would.
Because of the injuries, the held back.
I would. Yeah.
Yeah, I would put Vince
DC
Carter
was
in.
just God.
Yeah, I would put Vince Carter.
Then what
in
is
over
McGrady at the fucking at his peak? Because when McGrady was
He's-
fucking
No.
all in at his best, even Kobe said, "Fuck, dude, I have a tough time with him."
I get that. I get that. But also,
I'm not gonna like just let him out.
That's really hard. That's a really hard one.
DC.
I see the dilemma.
Even Penny. I know Penny Hardaway's.
Ooh, Penny would
always
have been
hurt.
nasty solid, but I can put him in the 10.
Yeah, I don't think you can put him at 10 either. But that's also
a good solid. Yeah,
Like
dude,
overall, is Tracy McGrady the guy that gets out for y'all? Because the rest of the list is fucking solid.
Who's your honorable mention?
Other than BC, it was Manu and Clay.
and I'm okay with them sitting out. That list is. stupid.
I'm okay. Clay,
I think
Clay-
the biggest one I have
Clay's
is
career is not even over yet.
Yeah,
And
but I
think
also
he
don't
edges
think
it
Clay makes a
on the back-
significant difference. The rest of his career won't make a significant difference to outlast these guys, in my opinion.
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
If he goes to
I mean,
another team, maybe.
You said Ray Allen. I mean, you were talking about how Vince's like back end of his career. I mean, Ray Allen was pretty much. I don't want to say the same, but I mean,
When?
yeah, it is.
Which years? The one where he made that clutch three and hurt the Spurs' heart?
shut your face, you dirty bastard.
I mean, it's true though, right?
But you got to think about Ray Allen defensively too, though.
Yeah, but Ray Allen was a fucking monster,
he
though.
was stud, bro. Like fucking
No,
entire
yeah,
career.
defensively,
I couldn't.
defensively, bro.
I'd put him lower than 8 myself.
Where do you think Ray Allen's peak, like his peak, was in Boston or in Seattle?
I'd say Boston.
Or
Boston allowed him to win, but his best was at Seattle.
I think
Even-
Boston opened him up.
I think Boston made him a better player. I think personally.
No,
Like,
Boston,
even in
Boston allowed him to expose his.
That's what I
greatness.
was saying. Boston opened him up in the sense of him not having to do as much, and he could just play his game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I like
that,
your
no,
list as well.
I put
I
Ray
think it's
lower,
a solid
probably
list.
by 1 or 2, nothing major.
Yeah, it's not like oh my
And
gosh.
for like me and for him and Reggie, it's like, oh man, you just
Yeah, I
got-
was about to say that. Reggie.
and that's why
It's
I'm like,
hard.
I like Ray a little more than
So I'd put Ray personally a little bit lower myself. I'd put McGrady out and VC in. I'm not mad at your list. I'm really not. There's just a couple things you can play with.
and trust me, I had a tough time like saying VC out, like
Yeah,
he's 11. Like
God,
that's,
dude, that's just for me.
Like-
VC is God, that dude. Like he was a fucking cold motherfucker. Like
it was a tough times.
Oh,
It
for
was the best times, but you know those guys it's fucking.
that's a good list though. It's not bad. I would change probably 2 little things, but nothing major.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't give me anything for George Gervin. Thank you for the respect. Thank you for the respect.
Nah,
But we're Spurs fans, so
That's true, but he was cold.
Oh, Alex
he was
isn't.
cold,
I
though.
mean, he's a part-time Spurs fan, only by marriage. Marco, Marco, give me your top 10 point guards. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry. Wait. Hold on. We got a comment here. Mike says McGrady should have gotten a ring. Fuck Ray Allen. To be fair, Allen is why McGrady doesn't have one.
That's true.
That
Oh
shows you.
yeah.
yeah,
He
I
was
forgot.
the Spurs.
I forgot about that.
Well, you know what? McGrady was wasn't even supposed to be on the team. It was supposed to be Steven Jackson. They kicked him off the team for him.
That's
I
right.
forgot about that.
Good.
Fuck Steven Jackson.
I don't like that fool.
I forgot about
That's
that.
funny.
Shit.
All right, Marco. You
All right,
got this, bro. You
I'm
got
really
this.
intrigued to hear this one.
Point guards.
Okay, so this is really hard. This took
For
me
me,
forever.
point
dude.
guards would
This
probably
is
be one of the
hard.
hardest ones.
And guys, you have to remember, he was born in 2014. Like, you know,
Can LeBron
Yeah.
be all 5 positions?
All right,
you got
all right,
this,
I'm
brother.
not that young. Fucking 24. Leave me alone. Okay,
Live it
so
up.
I'm gonna start off with my honorable mention. This is probably
I
gonna
love
get
how all of
some
us
heat, but it's all right.
ironically had an honorable mention. That's fantastic.
Yeah, so I have 2.
I'm gonna put it in the
honorable
TikTok
mentions.
video and everyone's gonna slap us.
It
Yeah,
happens, bro.
I have honorable mention. I have Russell Westbrook and Gary Payton.
I'm really okay.
Yeah.
All right,
There we go.
Also, I'm okay.
No, hold up.
Gary, I'm curious to see who you have above him.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
so I
Okay,
have
serious,
The
okay.
glove.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Gary.
have 10. At 10, I have Jason Kidd.
Okay.
Okay. 10 Jason Kidd. 9, I have Steve Nash.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Respect.
Okay. 8, I have Chris Paul.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. Okay. I think he's like 4th in steals and I think 5th in assists or something like
Yeah,
that.
I'm okay with that one.
Okay.
Okay. At 7, I have Tony Parker.
Okay. I like
I'm
that.
curious the other 6.
Okay. 6, I have John Stockton.
whoa,
That might be low to
that's
some
kinda
people.
high.
5th, I have Jerry West.
Okay.
4th, I have Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, okay.
that's
OGIT, right? Just to
respectable.
clarify, OGIT, not Boston.
Nah,
IT.
one hip. No, Boston IT. No, I was kidding.
Bro, that would be hilarious.
But,
Bro.
no,
He's
no,
doing wonders for the
IT,
other league.
Pistons IT. Come on now. Come on. Put some respect on his
That'd
name.
be hilarious. Okay.
3, I have Oscar Robertson.
Okay, big O.
Okay. 2, I have Steph.
All right.
Ooh.
And
I
then
get it.
1, I have one, I have Magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Trey.
So I'm
Regional-
gonna repeat my list again.
Go
I
ahead.
have honorable mention. I have Gary Payton and Russell Westbrook. Okay.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
10, I have Jason Kidd. 9, I have Steve Nash. 8, I have Chris Paul. 7, Tony Parker. 6, John Stockton. 5th, Jerry West. 4th, IT. And then 3, Oscar Robertson. 2, Steph, and 1, Magic.
I'm actually not mad at that list.
Yeah, that's a
Like
good
I'm
list.
like legitimately like I'm trying to think of what I would swap, but I'm not mad at that list. I'm really not.
I think the one is probably Russ being left out, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking
I'm
also
okay with
about how good you made your teams. Like how I'm thinking about that too.
I'm okay with Russ out though. Like there's so much talent in front of him. Who was your other honorable mention? It was the glove, right?
Gary Payton. Yeah, Gary
He,
Payton.
he would be the only one personally that I would try and squeeze in, but I'm trying to think of who to kick out. And
But you
it's
just
tough.
can't like Jason
tough.
Kidd, like Steve Nash. I mean,
Yeah,
Let me
that's what I'm
look at my
saying. It's
game.
kind of tough for me. Like I'm actually like okay with your list. I really am.
Look, I'm gonna say this. I'm just glad you didn't put Bob Cousy in there, okay?
no, I don't know. I was actually gonna say like I don't even know who he is. I don't even put someone I don't even know.
Damn,
Okay.
Marco, no comment.
I think
no comment. That's
Alex, what are your thoughts, man? Because I know he left out the glove, and I know that's something you would have wanted more in there.
Well, yeah, he left out the glove. That's why he has a kid.
Oh,
Jesus.
hey, he's gone.
Did you hear any of that list?
Oh, dude, I had to. You just like put it there. I just had to.
Jesus.
I didn't lay the pipe there.
I was hoping not. I was hoping not.
Oh
Sorry,
man.
I'm actually
Well,
not mad at your list, bro.
you know what? I'm gonna laugh if this all happened. He actually just lost connection. He didn't hear any of it, which
That
I'm
would be
betting that's
hilarious.
gonna happen.
Marco needs to do his list.
I think I would have probably somehow snuck in Russ in there, but I get that. That's a tough one. I think
I can't do Russ. I'd rather sneak
I
in.
just don't see how. I just don't see how.
Yeah, I'd rather sneak in.
I mean, he did that. And you know what was on me is that
Wouldn't have made your list. Wow.
I just think 4 NBA championships, 1 Finals MVP. That's kind of hard to compete against and not put him in there. That's on my own liking. But I respect you, Mike, and I respect you because of your basketball knowledge. So you know what?
Crazy, bro. You talk crazy right now, bro.
Tony Parker would have still made my top 10. I know
100%.
me and Mike have a lot of conversations about our freaking basketball listening and knowledge. He makes me better if I can knowing this shit, but I still would have had Tony Parker top 10. That what he did for the game, for the Spurs and stuff like that, it's nearly impossible. But yeah, at least Bob Cousy's not on here. Thank God. That's all I was hoping for. Alex, are you alive? Are you coming in?
Yes.
Did you hear the glove comment?
No, I didn't hear it.
All right, that's what I figured.
Did you hear the,
All right, okay, let me repeat the question.
hear the list at all?
Were you upset with Marco's list? Did you want Gary Payton in there? Or were you unhappy that the glove was not in?
No, well, I'm a Bulls fan, so I would want Derrick Rose at least 10.
His injuries, bro,
I'm
just
so-
fucking
I
killed
love-
it. Like, it just,
I love D Rose, bro. But
Oh, okay. His injuries, but me having Carmelo Anthony sit out for a
he
fucking
was
half
injured.
It doesn't matter. He didn't play.
He
It's
wasn't. He did. It's not his choice. It's a team's
Carmelo's
choice.
like what all-time scoring? He's like
So like I
Crazy,
know
other-
I know you guys are big Spurs fans, but like I think Derrick Rose is a better point guard than
Who?
Tony Parker.
You cut out who?
Derrick
Derrick
Rose.
Rose.
Derrick Rose.
You think Derrick Rose is better than TP? Ooh.
Come on, bro. You're talking about someone that
Am I
No,
wrong?
no. I actually, if Derrick Rose is healthy and he's at his peak,
Oh, a healthy Derrick Rose?
I am and
Yeah,
and
but that's not
Oh,
the
yeah.
if you put them in their peak years against each other, Derrick Rose fucking schools Tony Parker.
dude,
He
Derrick
does.
Rose might have been like the greatest point guard of all time.
Oh, dude, if
he
he'd have
would've
never got
stayed
injured,
healthy.
nobody would be competitive with that motherfucker. He was,
Y'all can
Bro,
answer this for yourselves. He knows where I stand on my part.
you guys.
What when you guys speak an all-time list, are you talking about from a peak skill standpoint or a success standpoint?
It's like
I'm talking about-
it's like a mix.
Yeah, I'm
He-
talking
he-
about skill
mix.
and success,
I
I
like
think both have to
I like to
take
do
part.
peak because
why-
I mean
bro.
That explains why Shaq is over Kareem, even though in your all-time list, Kareem over Shaq.
but I mean yeah that when we do an all-time list, I like to do like okay, who was the most dominant of that era? You know what I mean?
Okay, but again, if you're talking about peak, some people have a peak 2 seasons, some people have a peak 5 seasons, 6 seasons. So if I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, for me, I'm going career. I'm going again. Hence why I left Carmelo out, because he didn't play for a year and a half compared to most of those other guys. So I'm talking about skill level. I'm talking about success. I'm talking about longevity. I'm talking about all that stuff.
Look, your Carmelo thing will never freaking change my mind. You were
That's
insane
fine.
for
I don't
leaving me in the top 10.
That was mine. That was
Man,
mine.
I think-
I didn't have him at
Hey
20.
Train. Hey Train. Just know that I'm there for you. in a
Did
few
you cut out,
years.
Alex? What'd you say?
No, I'm just saying. I think everybody's list is I think pretty solid. I mean, of course we're gonna get hate
Stop
from
it, Mike.
everybody.
Stop it. We're talking about overall
pretty brief.
success. I mean, I get what you're saying, but like me and you have talked about, Mike, I think those guys in those days couldn't compete with guys in today. I think that's part of my reason, but he knows where I stand on that. That's where I feel about that. Like if you're talking about just pure peak, like if we made a list
that?
about their best years, huh?
What did Mike say? I didn't read it.
Oh, he said Bob Cousy should have made the list if you're talking like success.
Hey,
Like
to
we
be
said,
honest,
though-
Mike, what were you gonna say, Jose?
I was gonna say, like, I told him before, like, yeah, Bob Cousy, like, if you want to say that, but like I've told him before, like, it 1-on-1, he wouldn't be able to compete with the top 12, 13 guys that's on my point guard list. But I get what he's saying, though. He loves peak. That's why I know he would have had Derrick Rose top 10 because of the
Yeah,
freaking peak.
that
The
makes
peak
sense.
times Derrick Rose
And I get that.
was an animal.
Yeah.
I
Peak-
think it's hard to leave Tony off the list because even if you think about peak performance as a point guard, you could talk about a system thing, but I think he's still like up there. And then you just add on the success, you have to have him there. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're talking
Right.
about pure talent, like you said, peak, you have an argument. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That's why.
Zero-
That's why.
legit.
Whenever I heard you say Russell Westbrook, is like bubble. So I was like, all right. So Derrick Rose has to be in this top 10. Then if you're putting Russell Westbrook in the bubble, but I mean, if you're going like longevity, you know, I know his injuries set him back, but like I like to do peak because you know what I mean.
No,
Those
even
peak
now he's
years-
on a team and he's not even playing. Like, the
Yeah,
Knicks want to trade him, so it's like if we're gonna go by everything, like with Trey's point too, like, you know, he's not playing. Like, are we gonna knock D Rose for that? You know,
Yep.
D Rose is just, for me, like, he can't be top 10 just because of the fact that it went downhill once his injury happened. He was never truly able to recover. Like he's what 60%, 70% of himself. It's just
God,
His
dude,
MVP.
God.
his
He
MVP
he's
season.
so much potential.
His
so much
MVP
what could have
potential.
been, bro?
His MVP season. I think he's the biggest. One of the biggest what ifs in sports. Like if you think of a what if,
It's crazy
if you think of
because
a what if, that's crazy.
I like the biggest Bulls fan, so like this hurts. This hurts like man, dude. Every time I see like Derrick Rose. Whenever he were playing, whenever he was in the playoffs a couple years ago, for New York, I was like, man, dude, what if, man? What if he was at
Dude.
least like 80%, bro?
Could you freaking imagine though not only his career but the NBA in general if that dude would have not gotten injured? You could not stop D Rose. You couldn't. At his athletic prime, he was ridiculous.
Now because of the team surrounding him, like, it wasn't like the best team. I don't know if they would have won a title, but he would have always
They did a
been in
pretty
the
damn
top conversation for MVP.
They would have been. They were pretty close with just.
That's what I'm saying.
Who did he have?
He-
Who did he have at the time? He had
It's
like
so crazy.
Joakim Noah, and he had like Carlos Boozer at the time.
Mhm.
Boozer was
Right.
a menace as well as Joakim Noah. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Boozer was a real menace when he dyed all of his head black. Fucking tire shine right there, fucking ugly as hell. All right,
damn, dude.
we have 2 more segments left. I might
Damn,
cut
now you guys
one.
got me thinking. Now you guys got me fucking thinking.
I'm telling you, bro. I've already thought about this. I love D Rose. I was a huge
Yeah, I love D Rose too, man.
I'm gonna, and I know I mentioned in the text we should do a draft next week with the All Stars, but I'm actually rethinking of what it should be. Well, I'm asking y'all if y'all want to do it now. If I cut the other segments out for today, and I'll leave the one that I promoted. But what do y'all think? Y'all want to do a draft real quick?
A draft? Fuck, I'm
A
not even ready.
draft.
What draft?
Mike says Penny Hardaway, Grant Hill, D Rose, Brandon Roy. So much what if talent.
Brandon and Roy. Fuck, I forgot about that dude.
Yep.
I think Penny and Derrick Rose.
Grant Hill.
Brandon Roy was solid, bro. And then remember they had Greg Oden too.
Damn, I forgot about Greg Oden too.
Mhm.
So yeah, there are a bunch of what ifs in the NBA. Well, most sports actually.
I was gonna say if y'all want to do a draft where we're picking decades. So for example, you pick 120s player, 110s, 10 0, 2000s, 190s.
It's been a fun.
I think we're gonna do something like that. We gotta think about it.
Hello?
Think about it.
Yes, okay.
I gotta do some study.
He's like, I'm out. All right, we can save it for another time. Fine.
That's a good idea, but yeah, I need a little bit of time to think about that because
Yeah, bro.
All right.
that's a lot of errors to cover, bro.
All right, let's talk real quick. Then we'll switch up to the next topic. We'll go to the All-Star selections and snubs. I sent y'all a list about the selection. So do y'all need a refresher? Do I need to remind it? Huh?
Really?
Do you want to skip it or what? You hate them all? You hate the All-Star?
No, continue.
Just tell me.
No, continue. I just was pulling up the list. I didn't remember it.
Oh, okay.
Personally, bro, I hate the All-Star. I hate the Pro Bowl. Actually, this year Pro Bowl was kind of cool. I'll take that back. But I hate the All-Star. I hate the Pro Bowl. I hate fucking all that shit. The only one I'll ever watch is the Home Run Derby because
You don't like the rules change they made for the All-Star in the last few years?
the All-Star game? No, fuck no. It's stupid.
Why?
I mean, I guess, but no. I really like this year's Pro Bowl. That was kind of cool, though. Some of the stuff that they did.
I mean, they're actually kind of trying now.
That's what I'm saying. Compared to
party.
freaking playing touch football in pads, it's stupid.
Oh, I'm at the All-Star, but yes, the Pro Bowl was a lot more fun this time around.
Yeah.
No fucking pads. That was always so stupid.
7-on-7 was genius. What?
I thought that was gonna be a crazy move. They would have done the 7-on-7. I'm glad they did that.
Honestly, they stopped playing like 4 years ago. Like realistically, so come on.
For me, 10, but or maybe I just stopped caring at that time.
Well, Sean Taylor laid out that one punter a while back, so that was fun.
All right, so I just want to ask real quick. I mean, do y'all have any complaints about the starters? Who like does Zion belong in the starter list, despite missing like half the season?
Another part timer.
No,
I
but at
don't.
least
Like
he's in.
him.
At least his stuff is injury related. It's not because he doesn't want to play.
I don't like him nor really Kyrie myself, but that's just me being a hater.
All right, does Bam belong to be an all-star? Bam Adebayo. I'm gonna take that as a no. Marco's not even answering, so I know he's not even caring about that one.
I mean,
It's not
Bam,
working.
Bam.
Sorry, I'm working.
He does
Bam's
a
a
lot.
good
He
player,
does a
but-
lot for them on the defensive side. He's their anchor on the defensive side.
That's what I'm saying. Like I really don't like how they do this. I just like
Well,
I
so like the
people, I'm
starters
like,
are
oh,
vote.
why?
The starters are votes, and then the rest is selected from the bench. Mike asked a question: should the fans be allowed to vote on the All Stars? Fuck no.
No.
Fuck no.
Absolutely not.
Fuck
Hell
no.
no.
On any of
Yeah,
those.
they need to stop that shit.
Terrible.
All right,
No.
I'm gonna list the names, and you tell me whether or not they should be an All Star or they should have started. All right, so I said Bam. Y'all kind of like mixed there. Jaylen Brown.
I think he should be there as a starter. No, I think he's good where he's
I
at.
think he should be there, not a starter.
Okay, so you wouldn't put him
Same.
over Kyrie?
Not really. No,
Okay.
I'd probably put like a DeMar DeRozan over Kyrie personally.
Well, in this case, and people have been hating on DeMar, so he's next. DeMar DeRozan.
I like him.
Yeah,
Like you said, I'd put it personally.
That's for sure. He needs to be an all-star.
You know where I stand on that.
I know you Bulls fan. Some people were saying he shouldn't be in there. That James Harden should be in there. That DeMar DeRozan shouldn't be in.
James Harden is also a big snub too.
He was a snub, but I hate James Harden with a passion.
You can't hate on this game, man. He's been playing really well lately.
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm a hater. Like I'm not a fan of James Harden.
Should Joel Embiid be an all-star or a starter?
Yeah,
I mean, I think he's like one of the top for
Damn.
MVP, isn't he?
Was that
That's crazy, bro.
Or are you just reading off that?
Well, I'm just saying I don't like that he was left off as a starter.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, are you serious?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he should be a starter for sure.
So let me ask y'all this: who's being benched?
Zion.
Tatum, Giannis, or KD?
Ooh,
Who?
out of those?
Yeah, because it's East, right?
That's right,
It's
that's
either
right.
Giannis, KD, or Tatum. Who's being benched? Who's not a starter?
Oh, that's tough.
If you're gonna say Embiid is a starter, then one of those three has to come out.
Touche. I guess you have a valid point there because you can't really bench either one of those three guys. Okay, he can stay on the bench. He's fine. He's
What
fine.
about point guard? Kyrie's traded anyways.
Fuck Kyrie.
Paul George.
Actually, what are they going to leave Kyrie on there now that
Yeah,
I think
already
Kyrie
care for
will
Paul
be
George.
transferred to the West because Steph is out, and they'll get an Eastern reserve player.
Interesting. Okay,
mm,
makes sense. Continue. You said Paul George.
Paul
I
George.
don't really care for Paul George.
Yeah.
No love for them.
Yeah.
SGA.
Yes, SGA should make
Yes.
All-Stars. Starter?
Probably not.
No.
Probably not a starter.
I like where he's at.
All right. Does this man take over Kyrie's spot as an Eastern
Yes.
starter? Tyrese Halliburton
Yes. Halliburton
As a starter?
is going the fuck off.
as a starter. Yeah.
I think because of his performance
Actually-
of late, I think he has to.
Yeah. If you have to go between him or Jaylen Brown, because those are the only, or Drew Holiday.
Yeah,
Who-
I'm going shy. I'm going shy.
I
Personally.
know
Yeah.
Tyrese.
I mean, that's what I meant. I was because we were talking
Tyrese
about
Halliburton.
Tyrese, yes.
I'll go Jaylen
Yeah.
Brown.
I don't mind Jaylen Brown, but I'd rather.
I think I wouldn't be mad for either of those, but definitely over.
Just
Kyrie.
because of the record, I guess that I would have to do like I guess how MVP voting is, right? So they usually give it to the guy that has a better record, right? So I guess that would give the nod for me.
All right.
Because
so
I mean,
we already.
Halliburton's playing in a system where you could throw up a bunch of shots, right? And it probably won't cost you much of a game. I mean, you're playing in a team that's not really competing right now.
All right. Jaren Jackson Jr., since we already know Drew Holiday is not the starter, but should be an all-star. Jaren Jackson Jr. Does he deserve to be an all-star? Because we got some snubs. We got some De'Aaron Fox. We got Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox should be an all-star. The way the Sacramento Kings are playing now, like I said earlier, just a little while ago, I think a lot has to do with the team record. I don't think anybody saw them being that good.
Yeah, I would say no, personally.
Damian Lillard.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I would leave him. I would leave him. I know he's been kind of slacking, but
That's my boy. But yeah, he's been hurt for a good amount of the season, too. You got to put that into the play also.
I mean, to be fair, Zion's been out half the season.
That's what I'm saying. I would personally leave him. I'm glad he's not.
I feel like Zion is more so like because it's like
Because it's Zion. It's a name. That's why I don't like fans voting for that shit.
Hey, so Brooke Lopez didn't make it either, right?
Nope.
That's another snub.
That's what I'm saying. There's a shit ton of snubs.
Damn, Brooke Lopez.
Laurie
Yeah,
Markkinen.
he's been playing for a while.
Markkinen is cold,
Yes.
bro.
He's an all-star.
That boy
Larry
cold,
Markkinen is an
bro.
all-star.
That
He's
boy
nice,
cold. That
He's
boy
nice.
cold as fuck.
Yeah, John
Larry
Morant.
Markkinen is an all-star.
So John Morant has started over Steph. Some people are arguing that.
John Morant cries too much, but
Over Steph? No.
I wouldn't say over Steph. No.
Or Luca?
No.
No.
Who?
No.
John Morant?
Ja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy that the fake gangster?
Bro, that was so funny. My other football thread or fantasy thread or whatever was talking about that today, so I sent them your video, Alex. They all started laughing.
Bro.
His real name is Clarence.
Yeah, yeah. I like yeah. There's just he just talks too much shit.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. He's a great
The
athletic.
whole Memphis Grizzly do.
I know for real.
Dylan Brooks is
I've
a
always-
fucking.
Dude, I hated the Grizzlies when they had Zach Randolph because they would always beat us.
I like
Fucking hated
Zach
the
Randolph.
Grizzlies.
I hated Zach Randolph, but I like Zach
I
Randolph.
played against. Bro, I feel like he'd make every shot, bro. It was like
all the
oh,
stupid
God.
shots too is dumb.
Dude.
I hated that dude, but I loved him.
All right, Julius Randle,
Yeah.
Mr. New York Knicks. Does he deserve to be an all-star?
I don't mind
I
him being
think-
an all-star.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, I don't mind him being an all-star.
And DeMontis Sabonis.
Sabonis has been killing it.
Yes, Sabonis
he's
deserves to
good,
be.
He's
bro.
been killing it.
He's so nice. I wish we
All
would have
right.
gotten him.
All right,
Going
so let
to-
me ask again. De'Aaron Fox,
Snubs.
should he have been an all-star?
I say yes.
Who are you taking out?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Take out Kyrie. Kyrie hasn't been playing all year.
Yeah, okay.
He's a starter. You can't take him out.
Nope, take him out. That's again.
That's why you don't let the vote. That's why you don't let the fans vote.
Exactly, bro. I hate
Yeah,
that.
that's
I
yeah.
fucking hate it so much.
Yep, you're right.
He's
I would
still
say- yeah,
only
I
27
agree.
points a game. How are we taking Kyrie out?
Because Kyrie's a fucking clown.
Outside of the emotions, I'm talking on court.
Clown.
How do you
Yeah.
take him
That's
out?
just kind of hard. You can't really take Kyrie out. That's hard, dude.
Clown. I stand by what I said.
But fuck that guy.
I stand by
Oh my
what I said.
god! All right. Well, actually, that was more for a Western guy. What Western guy would you take out for De'Aaron Fox? Not counting Kyrie because he's still listening to the East for the All Star. What Western guy would you take out?
I just don't think you can.
Like, do you take out Paul George? Do you take out Scheid, Jaren Jackson, Dame, Laurie, Ja, Sabonis? No.
I'd take out.
I'd be okay with
I'd
him
take out
replacing
Paul George.
maybe.
Paul George, because like I said, he hasn't really played much.
I don't even think Paul George.
Paul George played like 40 games.
Has he?
We only,
Yeah.
yeah. I think you're thinking last year, Papas. Yeah, he played 40 games.
I think you take out Paul George. in that
Oh, it's
sense.
Kawhi.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
mind
thinking
Paul
Kawhi.
George. I mean, yeah, I don't mind him being pulled.
All right. So then, what about James Harden? Who in the East are you would you put him in, and who are you taking out? You wouldn't put him in, Trey?
I don't like James Harden.
Get your personal feelings out of it,
Damn,
Vato.
bro.
So who?
Hey, I'm
So
a fan and I vote, bro.
who could
Wait,
I
who are
vote
the
out?
options to take out? Who are your options to take out?
Bam, DeMar, Embiid, Tyrese, Drew, and Randall.
Replace Drew. If you're gonna pull anybody, replace Drew.
I pulled DeMar.
I don't
Drew
mind
Holiday.
being in there.
Leave him alone.
No, I love DeMar. I respect
I don't
DeMar, but
mind- I don't mind.
he's on a losing team right now.
Yeah, but
Some,
they're
They're
his
some,
fault.
of, some of these snubs, anyways, though.
Yeah.
Like one of
they're
the
one
snubs
game
that
under.
I'm about to mention is
They're one
on
game
a
under
terrible team
500.
right
Huh, Alex?
They're one game under 500.
And
I
James
think- I
Harden's
think
like
that's-
one of the top 3 teams in the East.
Well,
I would put James over DeMar personally.
James is playing well, man. James is playing
He
well
has.
right now. That Embiid connection, dude, and him is looking nice.
I still think an Eastern Conference team is winning the title this year. There is no Western team. No offense to the Nuggets, nobody that I see that are going to take the title. All right, what about Pascal Siakam?
That's my biggest one.
Who are you taking out?
snub.
Bam, Jalen, DeMar, Joel, Tyrese, Drew,
I'd take out Bam.
Randall. You take out Bam?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, Bam's been nice, but Pascal Siakam's cold.
Yeah, but you think if he had more talent around his team, you think he'll still be putting up all those numbers?
I think
Because
the way he's been
Bam,
playing
Bam,
recently,
Bam has he has some good players on his team too. Of course,
That'll
his
be
numbers
your
not going to be as good as Siakam's.
I think Siakam should have been in there.
yeah, I think.
But I probably would have taken out Randall personally.
I don't mind Randall. I mean, again, it's between those two. I personally don't think Bam's done enough for me to be like, oh yeah, he made the All Stars. That's understandable, you know.
Jalen Brunson made the All Star team too, right?
No, he was a snub.
Brunson was snubbed.
What?
Yep.
Brunson was snubbed.
Okay,
That's my next one. Brunson. Should Brunson be one?
Over
I think he
Holiday,
should be
yes.
in over Randall. I think he should be in over Randall.
I think he's had a better year than Drew Holiday.
Yep.
Well, Drew takes the toughest assignments. I think that's also
Yeah, that is
key
true.
why-
He guards the number one perimeter guy.
Mm-hmm. Trae Young.
No.
No, fuck Trey.
I agree.
Oh.
He shouldn't be in there. Personally, I don't have him. They're a 500 team, and it is what it is. All right, Anthony Edwards.
I feel bad for that guy.
I think he should have. I just don't know who to take out.
Yeah, I take out Paul George, Shy, Jaren Jackson.
See, I can't take out Shy.
This is a guy.
I could take out Jared Jackson. I could take out Paul George. I couldn't take out Shy.
You don't take out Ja. You don't take out Laurie. Do you take Dame?
Maybe Dame. Just
Maybe.
If
just
we're going
because
off
he
team-
hasn't played that much this year.
If we're going to have team success, I think so.
All right. And that's about it. That's all I got for that one. All right.
What about
Well, the All-Star-
Devin? Some people are saying Devin Booker.
You know how I feel about Devin Booker. I think without CP3, he's not a
Cry baby.
who me or him.
No. Damn Booker.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say, hey, okay.
All these crybabies in the league now, right? Fuck.
That's
They
all.
want-
Didn't I
That's
say
all.
that? I texted y'all that the NBA is full of nothing but girls now.
Oh yeah,
Bro, it's so
a ball game.
soft, dude. People just
Okay, you
fucking
sexist.
cry.
Definitely no.
You're gonna get us canceled, Alex. Chill.
Yeah, bro.
Just said babies.
Yeah.
God damn, you sexist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
bro.
it's not what it used to be at all. It really isn't.
Oh, I mean, like they just became so soft. No disrespect to the WNBA players, but I think they
You
play
said
more
women.
They're probably
tougher.
tougher than the NBA.
Yeah, they play
No,
tougher
get
than the
Ricky
NBA.
Hammond in here. She'll fucking beat the fuck out of you.
Yeah, they're probably tougher than the NBA. Shit.
Yeah, I think they are. I think they're tougher than the NBA. No, I don't think they deserve the same money because I mean they can't really
No, they
dunk.
don't. They don't.
Dude, all those feminist, women are going to watch the game.
Yeah.
That's my biggest laugh. We want equal rights and pay. Okay, go watch a game, bro. Pay their salary.
Go fucking buy the tickets. Go fucking buy their merch. All right, last topic. Tom Brady's second retirement. I don't got much to say because unfortunately I said a lot last year when he initially retired. Love the guy. Think he should have retired last year when he was in a better position, winning record, fucking MVP candidate. This year was just shit, and he lost the marriage. So
He lost everything, bro. He lost his season. He lost his wife. He lost.
he still might go though, but
He lost everything. He should have stayed
just
retired.
it wasn't worth it. The fuck is going on with this kid?
They haven't seen that video, and he's like, "The go."
Oh. Anyone got thoughts on Tom Brady? Anyone want to say something?
I mean, it kind of sucks that he retired this year. I think he should have stayed retired last year.
Yep.
He pretty much, dude. He didn't look good. Like his mental wasn't there. Like mentally,
He lost
you
15
could tell.
pounds to depression.
Dude, that was
yeah.
crazy. Like seeing
You
the
could tell.
body and face and everything.
And then the way they had like his face is just like
God.
it was just so sad because I don't think have you ever seen somebody like his type of stature go through something like that? That's so crazy. Like,
So that's what I wonder, like looking back at everything. So obviously he retired, right? Everything seemed okay. But I wonder if he decided to come back due to the family problems and everything like that. He wanted to kind of get away, and the season ended up not being what he wanted it to be. So he finally realized, okay, maybe I need to retire. You know what I mean? Like,
it's also tough, bro, because it's not like last year the league kicked him out, right? The league didn't kick him out. He decided it because maybe he had conversations with the wife, with the family, and he was like, all right, let me step away. Not really, because most of the times, like especially with like guys who like love the game, they need to get their asses kicked out of the league. Peyton had to get his ass kicked out of the league. Brett Favre. Now, some people succeeded on the way out, and some people don't. I mean, as simple as that. But in this case, Brady had the worst year. He was slower in his progression on his throws. He couldn't react as quickly. The mental health, the physical health for him drained the fuck out of him.
massive toll on him.
Yeah,
Massive.
so
He was distracted this year. He wasn't all there. He wasn't the Brady we know. Like,
the glimpses of success that he had this year were those comeback games, but that was about it. Otherwise, he didn't play well.
exactly. Not at all. And you can blame, his line or his receivers or whatever. You can blame anything, but you could definitely see in some of the games, looking back at it, he was not himself at all.
All right, to close out Tom Brady, because we've been pretty negative on his retirement. Name me your favorite game or favorite moment of Tom Brady's career. Positive. Give me a positive here.
oh man, I was gonna say whenever the Bears beat him.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I'm just kidding. No, because Tom never really had good success against Tom Brady. Probably my favorite all-time Tom Brady, like I guess not the same moment, but I guess their whole highlight was whenever him and Randy went in that run, bro, and they had
Oh, yeah.
that was I think that was like, man, first time ever like seeing a team like that and seeing Tom Brady. I was like, man, bro, that dude was that was awesome to watch.
My personal was right at halftime, the Falcons and Patriots, they go to the fucking locker room, and that dude on the Falcons sideline is like, bro, chill out. That's Tom Brady. And what does Tom Brady do? Does Tom Brady things.
What's that? Super Bowl 51.
That one, that was insane. Like,
that one's mine's also.
just because of that deal, like, dude, that's Tom Brady. Y'all need to chill out. And Tom Brady did Tom Brady things and killed it.
Marco, is that the same for you?
Yeah, Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl 51, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
50.
Yep. That's correct.
Yeah, that's the greatest Super Bowl I've ever watched. That's that moment of seeing him come back and I'm being there. I remember we were at your house, Jose. It was. I couldn't believe it. It was like, what the fuck? And then Julian Edelman, and then going down. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, the catch at the end was beautiful.
Yeah,
I think
it was awesome.
I love those. Those are great instances. Those are great moments for sure. I think for me, it's not one singular moment. It's essentially all his last minute drives to win the game. I think those were like impactful. So that includes Super Bowl 51. If you have to narrow it down to one game, one moment for me, I actually think Super Bowl 49. Actually, that game against Seattle Seahawks, one of the
That was crazy.
one of the greatest games ever. Like for him to go battle against the demon monster that was freaking the Legion of Boom.
Legion of Boom.
Especially when they were on the tear to want to destroy every like Hall of Fame
Yeah,
worthy
they
candidate.
were killing it that year. But
And he was able to overcome it now. Yes, Malcolm Butler was the saving grace, but regardless, like before that, that was a big moment. Mike said 28-3 Atlanta.
Yeah, that to me, bro, that game was just ridiculous.
It's I guess it's kind of hard just to pick like one single game. That's why I said the whole
20 years.
Yeah, that's why I said like the whole season with him and Randy Moss was so. I think that was one of the best ones I've ever
That
seen.
one Super Bowl for me was just so clutch. And again, that I think just watching that interview with that guy who was just saying, "Okay, it's Tom Brady," like that right there, just that shows you who that dude was. You know what I mean? Like,
dude's the GOAT. The GOAT.
Stupid.
I think that game, if we have to specify one, was the one that solidified his GOAT status.
Ridiculous, bro. How are you down 28-3 at halftime and fucking come destroy this team? Stupid.
And otherwise, like I told, I think I said, was it to Alex last week, or I told somebody, I was like, the biggest thing Tom Brady did that many people don't do sometimes or never have, he did a lot of great success without like a top 10, top 20 player or wide receiver, offensive player. I should say. Like
well, he also turned. Like, think about it, bro. Now, don't get me wrong. Julian Edelman is a cold mofo, but Julian Edelman wasn't supposed to be that good.
That's what I was telling Jose last week.
It was last week. We were talking about it.
Danny Amendola. He was not supposed to be that good, and Danny Amendola was cold.
Wes
Welker, cold. Like, he put a lot of fucking little dudes, especially now. Don't get me wrong. He had his Randy Moss and his Gronk and so on, but he turned a lot of little dudes. Even what was that one day? That dude's name, like Homer, or oh my gosh, started with
Deion Branch was one.
Cool, but no, there was gosh dang it, what was his name? He's
Chris Hogan.
Hogan,
Hogan.
Nothing, and Hogan fucking killed it that one year.
And you look at most of these guys, like once they leave the Patriots and
they don't do anything.
Not the same. Not definitely.
The only one that's done anything since leaving was Wes Welker. That's it.
He went to Peyton, to be fair.
That's what I'm saying.
Rob, whenever he went to Tampa.
The Gronk.
Yeah.
I mean, he never wanted to leave Tom.
He turned so many people that were scrubs to an extent into such great players.
Dude, some of these guys were lacrosse players in college and freaking rugby players.
Stupid.
Turned NFL players.
Turned into massive athletes under this dude. It's crazy.
Yeah. And I know people would like to praise like the early on the defense and everything, but dude, that still takes somebody to get you down the field.
Oh, for sure. Their defense was cool. Yeah, no, bro.
Oh, we have an interesting question from Mike. He says, random question for the panel. Is it harder to win a ring in the NFL or NBA, considering number of games in a season, health issues, best of 7, or best of 1, etc.? I think the NFL.
I think we talked about. I think I talked about this. I always said in the NBA, the better team always wins because there's a 7-game series. On Sunday, it's any given Sunday.
You could literally have a scrub team destroy somebody on Sunday.
Look at the Giants. The last two titles, at least.
Yeah, personally, I say NFL is harder. It's easier to get in. Also, in my opinion, it's easier to get in the standings due to the winning record and such. But
plus, like Kyrie said, the best 7 series, you also have more teams in the NBA playoffs than you do in the NFL playoffs.
Man, and I wish the NFL would do something different with that. I really hate the conference. Like, I wish they would just take the top teams from each NFC, AFC, and call it good. I really do.
Oh, you're saying like take out the division winners and take out wild cards?
the West and the East, and they take the top. Like, I really wish the NFL would do that
You
shit.
can say the same thing in the NBA. I remember there was one time, I think it was like the Clippers or somebody, they were given the 4th seed because they won the division, but they weren't better than the 3 teams below them.
I hate the way they do some of those conferences.
I
but-
like division matchups, like dictating who makes it though, because you got to think about who do you prepare for, who do you play more times in the year. You mean?
No, I
love
Trust me.
like I love whooping the Broncos' asses every year. You know what I mean? It's fun.
It happens.
But Sean Payton coming, it's scary, but it's all right.
I'm actually really intrigued to see this.
We're
one.
fine. I'm fine.
I'd say NFL. NFL cover.
Yeah. But that was,
NFL.
yeah. I mean, regardless, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna see the Super Bowl this weekend. I don't know if y'all are gonna pop over to fucking watch it, but it'll be fun if you do. Don't. I mean, I'm excited for this weekend.
I'm
Last of Us episode 5 on Friday.
Yes, sir.
I need to watch
UFC 284, which I'll do an episode with my buddy Mike and Jay later this week. And then I got Super Bowl Sunday.
It's gonna be hype this weekend, bro. It's gonna be a hype ass weekend.
Said Braun is going for the record tonight. We gotta change the channel right now. We gotta tune in right now, guys. We gotta be able to watch
Yes,
the game
sir.
because
That's history.
if he breaks it tonight. Hey, by the way, we didn't mention this. I think he should break it against Milwaukee, and I told Mike this. He should break it with between the 2 teams that were Kareem's teams. The Bucks and the Lakers were Kareem's teams.
I'm about to turn it on right now. Is it close? Or is it
on TNT? It's 25-24 with 2:45 left in the first, give or take.
My God,
How much
everybody
does he
out stats
need?
already.
He has 8 points already.
How much does he need tonight?
0 rebounds.
36.
36. Okay.
30. So he could just tie it tonight, and then he breaks it the next game.
Damn, he does already have 8 points. Fuck.
He's going off, baby. All right, well, not much more to go. Mike says 28 more points. All right, guys. Well, that was a lot of fun. Now, James, we miss you. Come back already. All right, but otherwise, we'll get his power forward list on the way. Any final words y'all got, guys, before we close out?
Nope. Just
All right.
about to put on
Next
the game
time.
here in a second.
Marco's gonna be wearing his Chiefs jersey next week if the Chiefs win. And
what are you gonna be wearing, Jose?
on Sunday, I will be wearing a tutu and a Bears shirt or jersey, whatever you're making me. And
Like I said, I might not be able to make it, but I need to see a picture, please. Thank you very much.
I will put it on the TikTok. I will honor
if
my bed, and
I
I will put it up for everyone to see.
Yeah,
Hey,
if I don't make it, it's all right.
Next year, we need to do like a fan poll or something like for a punishment. You know what I mean? Like,
I hate you.
dude, that would be so fun.
You're trying
Think about it, dude, because we could do like, we did the record, like how we did our betting this year.
Mm-hmm. A punishment for the loser,
and then a punishment for the loser. Like
Who came in last? Who came in last this year?
Art. I think you beat him by a point.
So I say we do that next year too. Like, do the record, and then whoever gets
Wait,
last.
Jose, you never presented your own self your trophy.
Oh
Yeah.
You're
Hey,
right.
you
You know what?
like that, bro?
I'll just present this one right here for now. Ugh, get your ass over here. Now, your champion, ladies and gentlemen. I am a few weeks late on it, but I am your champion. I am your pick'em champ because I said, fuck it. I ain't going to risk it for the biscuit. I'm just going to make the smart plays. And I did. I even went fucking perfect one week. So I think the other week,
that I would have had a chance to catch up to you, but you went 15-0 that week, and that like ended it.
And there was also that one week where they went in a draw, and it hurt me.
Did I get second? Did I get second?
It was Marco.
Who was the lead dogs throughout the year?
Yeah, what were the stats? What were the standings? I mean,
ooh, I should still have that.
I think I led the first.
I think I
3
was
weeks.
third.
Alex led the first 3 weeks, and then he fucking fell off a cliff like he was killing me.
Because he kept betting for the Bears to win, and they kept fucking losing.
I'm not gonna lie, I kept doing that for Broncos. Bro, I thought it was gonna be a good year for us.
No, you know what kept me was Cincinnati betting against them.
Actually, that hurt you a lot.
Stupido.
Good job.
Last place was Art with a score of I'll just say wins, not losses. A score of 150. Alex got fourth with the score of 153. Trey got third with the score of 156.
Okay,
but that was more because that last week he risked it for the biscuit.
I did. I ain't gonna lie.
He actually could have gotten second if he didn't do that. Marco got second with 160, And your boy with a total of 176 fucking crushed it and is your
I'm
champ.
telling you, that 15-0 you went that week.
Yeah, that killed it.
That
Because I
killed
think
it.
we also all didn't do good that week. So not
Yeah,
only
I went
perfect,
like
we all did
below
terrible.
500. I went like below 500 that week.
So yeah, that week saved your ass.
No, I had 2 of those weeks. Remember, it was one perfect week.
No, but I'm saying
then,
there was one that you did really well and nobody else did good.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I think next season we need to do like the over unders. Like
Someone
cool.
suggested that. Someone suggested that if we do over under, and there'll be a lot more negative points.
Because it makes it
if we do
harder.
that.
Because it makes it harder.
I hate you for that, but we can discuss it. We can discuss it.
Yeah,
But
we got all off season to talk about it.
but the champ is here.
And now we got James too, so we still got 5 on it. Let's go.
Did we upgrade an opponent when we choose between him and Art? Because Art thought the Chiefs were going to lose the first 7 weeks. Respectfully, I love Art. He also says, I miss him so much.
All right, LeBron, back in the game, boys. You might want to put the game on.
All right. We'll close it out. Follow us on Instagram at Puro Pinche Sports. Follow us on TikTok at Puro Pinche Sports. Follow us on Twitter at Pinche Sports Pod. Like, share, subscribe, all that good shit.
Share.
And if you want to call us the Wish Player's Choice, I don't care. That is fun either way. But your champ is signing off for Alex, for Marco, for Trey. I am the champ. We are Puro Pinche Sports, and we are out.
Let's go.
LeBron's not going to break it tonight.